anyone Sikana they had been paying into the various security funds. No? Now they chose say it should be you cover it in government bonds because no be a well arreshim say yedeng etwa kosis fm kra government bonds today safe, especially government bonds held by pensioners. So intino menka say me dofo adada me dofo adan me thankful per se o twa me wia me. It won't happen. There be if you say assurances no now the law also backs the accrued interests and the contracts that the bondholders have with the state. And really, no. Say yes, you be koso abaha ye beba. If you say me say me sign na me sign. Na me nti a me sign ne say and say so de make ho. And say what the enka ho. Eventually so what say individually or as a group or both. You twitwi won court it won wo court. Ya be when it comes to the crunch, I'm prepared to do that, even if I'm the only person doing it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
You and I, you walk around and you see a lot of waste all along. And you don't want to do anything and you want me to take a haircut. I don't know. With a little bit of hair left on my head, I want it on my head. I'm not going to take a haircut. And I'm not encouraging any Ghanaian to take a haircut.
Mamia Yehuni Nansenya Enche Biano on another my Chief Justice. Namame Sophia Ekufu say. Si eso no kano. Eye de me nka se me dofo adadra me. Na momo no me dofo adan me tamfo. Opese owia me. Twi kasa okan de kwapem kasa. Kwapem twi. O se eye de me nka se me dofo adadra me. Na momo no me dofo adan me tamfo. Opese owia me. No sa kan sembi so. O say there are waste in the system. Waste in the system. There are waste in the system. A waste banya anya bola. A waste. Mami okasa isabe onye ni paketu bi keke. Or a very huge person. Eba omenyi na memoni ne totoye ho a. Enu nti no mani nya gide woni mu say. COVID-19 trust fund no. Womeda no. Mami ne sa kan sembi ye bebo ni nyina mama tie ni nyina. Wo se memoa. Wo se memoa. Say the finance minister kan no. Boa me na memoa. Ono say help yourself first. The kind boa ho. Esa sa Bible cross osoro boa de oboa no ho. Enti finance minister and government no boa ho first. Wo wi a na yeso ya be tawachi na watumi aye. Mamino so no kana modro o kan san bibio videos de bebo ni nyina mama hwe o say yan ye deka sika no ye de yedien sika no yan ye deka e pese etua sika e ka na ekobro ye no sika na bo se na ekope no ye de yedien a whole former chief justice in bisa sa question no o wa ban na mu o sa kan san bi Ose mo nka bibia nkyere mo akunta bia nkyere ye akunta ben na mame ne ka ho asamo no ya akunta ben ya mo nka bibia nkyere ye mo akunta nkyere ye akunta ben ya de ntia kwa question ye ho abehia paase esu nya ho muaye ne ya dwendwe no kwa kyere ni se ono ana na oye COVID-19 trust fund a o man ga de diska ko gu mu no one pani na oda no anya bia se bi se bi no mo bisa ne se sikani bi ekọ be sikani ko ye no finance minister say bu akunta ne de kire yen ana se Denya. There are so many questions that need answer. Auditor did not report by ye. Yehu ndema baku menu miensa bi. Anche bia na nene nansan ya. Ebe nre ne nansan nre ye mu na. Attorney General say Auditor General enya say wo publish the findings no. Ebi bisa say denti na Attorney General twa letter ede akokoma Auditor General say ode ne hwehwemu a waye no mon publish reason ne de wo hen. Asuma say bi obabi ne yanim enkataso mu aso bi re ba mu a ye nche da animu ana ne nyina question ye bisa anu ti ade na kwa ehonyan me fa wonka ho me do abeka ho me se wo se enye ohye enti me ma one no aduane me se me ni wo se by force me wa be fa me plate tia gum me se me ni wo se chenchere a di ma minister bi say question bi o se eye den ne beduru ba bi aya beduru yi. There are serious questions ma me bi say ya de enti asam no eye ne bere sam ne say onye nipa hunu bia oye panipa o mai atemuafo oga na ha nyina ona no odan ma no ono no ye chief justice former no kan sem bibio o se abani pese individually omdo court eko jojo wo mu a omdo ombeko na so bia anko a ono former chief justice nkoa de obeko court asambe na mamene pa ka kire yen oye pani entini sama oka no ekura wait bibi wo ho a e bi otumi mpa na oka bibi o say me ni aban mu they say me ni me nsomu bio me retirement enti mano no what you say aha enti bra no wa ban mu no wo hunu niam bi e na watumi anka e na say so ba no obeka na na say okaniam bi e na say so tumi nkan e questions bebre ni ebisa na sana motu ya nkrofo tu yi question bi say ebisa ne say signal ben e na send diama invested signal ben e na ede emma international community about my Ghana e question ne say ebisa e hono no investor confidence e ka ho asem no de ekosure no investors benya confidence so baba edom sika bebe wura e de eye mu ana. There are so many questions that government need to answer. Economic management team no wahin. Dr. Baumia, where are you? Yes. Because one are head of the economic management team, wouldn't be be able to akasa, wouldn't say abubuano. Finance minister can take a decision, but team na ampeneso enya adwuma. I stand to be corrected. Say team na ampeneso enya adwuma. And then why you din yante wonko? Ye pacho ebe ya, wo na we economic management team no, wo na ye pani awda no. Enti so meka bi kire ne ehunu say, e benko na say ni finance minister to me kasa bebredi a, you must talk. Ekoyi na keskasam koyi a aka oba na ti dia campaign oba na ti dia kasa bebre amobi on say yes una economic wizard enti no betumi akama na tumi akoranim una wo ye ma ne ye enti say nkoyi a we need you to talk. Don't go to Ghana card. No. Sikasam to tie no, wo economist. Ani enim so economic wizard. Enti ye hwe kwan say but bia say mu that is where ye hunu wo mo ye mema no. Yes. Edu be mu odin no a ene ye hunu be mema no. Enti Dr. Baumia ye hwe kwan so be ka be lectures be na ma ene nyina mu no. We need lectures at this time of the time a de memu a edin na nka man for kuma nto omo yam. Wonim de ekoso yi ye behwe ekwan ensunsuanso a enya ewo ye nyina ye so de di kan empanyifo ye kwa retirement a ebinum yare bebre wo mo ho no adwendwen nkataso benya wo mo as one person no individual say benya wo so o ma pomuden de to so mienu o mo immediate family ni petwe o mo ho ahia o mo abusua e de ensunsuanso be na benya wo so adwendwen be na wo benya tibia be wo bekomu sambe kaya bank yes very clear some banking sector clean up no nipa enya stroke ebi no gu dan mu nne nipa ewu nne because of shock omunyaye ayem hihie ne ayinti no I'm telling you, you have no idea. Womo mabrabo e basa, you have no idea. Eti wo so abeka ho no e den de ka kire yen. Ya beka ho asempa. We are no more goes to be spectators. We are citizens. And what this Amayoko no son of parliament. Sorry. Harun Idrisu. Yes, no. And somewhere ko a neighbor. Yamana konya, yes, was say a konya at the man, no. Penia war Colizada. When you or no, Unina for Harun Idrisu no. And say, a mammy moon only at 10 fear. Enti penya konya kwadante na so enti wo sori ko ye ne submission wo bra kwatena Joe Wise second deputy speaker of parliament or he's the first deputy speaker of parliament okotena na konya so the other side and na oma the submissions owie ye no ono say still he is the MP elect or the member of parliament for the people of Tamale South owie ye no san sori kwatena akonya fufure so I will minority side war, and then I echere. I know say beka wasa mo pa. Enti mo twa bidwo fo e kradwa. Video bi ohu bia ye bebo. Asem bi ohu bia ye beka. Ne atoato adwene e pia mo na konanim. Esan say comfort bone nipa bone fo ka say krumu a wono so otimu bi. Ye kwa aba.
can't bro from but no. Yes, you. Situation now, they are simple. Obia auto government bond. One hour here, auto government bond. Most of them no. What pong adwuma no na wonya won gratuity no money. One sika no. Anyone sika na they had been paying into the various security funds no. Now they chose say it should be you cover it in government bonds because no be a wo arehim say yɛdɛn etwa kosi fm koraa government bonds today ɛyɛ safe especially government bonds held by pensioners so nti no eyi menka sɛ medɔfo adaadaa me dɔfo adan me tamfo pɛ sɛ otwa me wia me it won't happen there be if you say assurances no wɔ hɔ na the law also backs the accrued interests and the contracts that the bondholders have with the state and really you and I, you walk around and you see a lot of waste all along. And you don't want to do anything and you want me to take a haircut. I don't know. With a little bit of hair left on my head, I want it on my head. I'm not going to take a haircut. And I'm not encouraging any Ghanaian to take a haircut.
Joining my colleagues to say that you should exempt us from this domestic bond exchange program because we have paid our due to society and we bought the bonds on trust. Most of us from the banks were convinced that they are safe. They use the word risk-free, that the bonds are risk-free. So I believed everything and I invested some of my retirement benefits in it with the hope that every time I get a coupon, it will support my medical bills because I tell you, you can just sleep and wake up one day and you have an ache somewhere, a pain somewhere. And so it's just to keep me going and make sure that I live a life of dignity after my 33 years of hard work. So you can't just wake up one day without negotiation, without calling us and explaining anything. And then we hear on announcement, after you have said that independent bondholders are exempt, then just before Christmas you said they are part of it. We are not just anyone. We are the senior citizens of this nation. We need that respect. We need to be treated with dignity, respect. In fact, we want our money.
I don't have anybody. As I sit, I'm not well, but I have to come and sit here, breathless, trying to breathe. And you've taken my money. I mean, this is unacceptable. As my sister said, they did not even engage at my money that you have even used to do your foolishness. And you want us to pay. You don't want to sacrifice. And you don't get anybody else but pensioners. Are you human? Are you normal? What is it? Please tell them they should exempt us totally.
We have said we will continue until we get our petition accepted. Yes. Every day 1 hour here, every day 1 hour here. We will behave as if we are coming to work. 1 hour, there we go. 1 hour, there we go.
same time, why are we in the mess we are in? Nobody has fully explained to us. Yes, debt. Okay, fine. We took debt. What was it used for? Where's the accountability? Exactly what was it used for? You're not telling us about how you're going to be able to make things better. But just like, help me and I'll help you. No, you help yourself first. Let me see you doing something serious. Because we've seen these sort of things too many times. I'm over 70 now, and I'm no longer a government employee. My mouth has been unguarded, and I'm talking and I'm saying what I feel. And it's important that the elderly in this nation should be respected. One, I find this wicked, I find it disrespectful, I find it unlawful, I find it totally wrong, period. Because you don't see that, and I'm talking and I'm saying what I feel. And it's important that the elderly in this nation should be respected. One, I find this wicked, I find it disrespectful, I find it unlawful, I find it totally wrong, period. Because you don't solve your problems by sacrificing your aged. That's the last thing you should do, especially when you don't have any services that are specially geared at the comfort and the relief of the aged. The national insurance.
Adeshima Madam Mase Yakoya Yaba, Fin Nebraska Sabija for a crowd until you bedin como, na ya drinking in someone who do I make one semono. And then mammy some more can wakasa, na ne some more caninano, and some woman also. We start a question B. So why are we in the mess today? And nobody is explaining anything to us. You can or can be the chatono. Wow, you can't fix your economy to the detriment of the aged. Won't sacrifice it. You don't kill. You don't sacrifice the aged. Say medicine say msikasem. Wo bre a wonye hihye bia fa ma sampanyfo no. Osaka Ghana card health insurance card you kura wansam say even the health insurance card kura no and say that anye dey say you understand it. It's asem very complex. Pa. I say to me hwe na edi hu nkomo yi. Na ye kan say the city san say we are seeing mu na nkasa problems adwenje na wo hodada. Na we san ba be ka ho. Eno so ebe ha adwene yi pa. Eno ti ne ho abehia se di hu nkomo na ye kan se de se eka no na ye yese de se eye na tumi aboa so ama oman na atumi afa no tuma pa afura enti enne anopai abedwafo manya omu ofie ha me no be di nkomo no enne eye very huge big team when we ofie ha the enti aba ne sa ne say ye be friend from all angles, ye be friend from all quarters, ye be friend from all perspective. Na tumi aboa so me hu de say tumi ye na adwenkyere ne ba benim say sabe ka say mpanyfo te wohwe no motumi so asigina pa e de aboye nyina enti mechase e de afri minifa so Dr. Adams Asafutai oye economic lecture e wo UPSC wo habi afi do to no so Matthias Bonzo Iwireku Boateng oye governance and international relation analyst wono so ewa ha ena esan ewo Honorable Clement Wilkinson wono MC Ga West na bodini no ne so di anamire fi
Nana
Ojiamai ha Nana Ojiamai Honorable Nana Ojiamai Clement Wilkinson ono oye Ga West aban krachi omuka se bi eguma so se menka ba menka menka se me fa eno nka ba me fa enka ho prince on fa de account no ensa ni mi o ena afi mesa ashase afri mi benku so chiri ho His Excellency Sam P. Iyale enka ne Ghana ban na musinia wo India memu ono de ye de wo fia me ne da bia for now ne de ye ne no ɛna ɛwɔ fie ha abere bia ɛna fe Dr. Bernard Ato Arthur
Abeku.
Dr. Abeku.
Dr. Bernard Abeku.
Abeku Arthur. Dr. Bernard Abeku Arthur. Wano se yeka enkran ha, se enkran sase no. Se yenkyere ehye da babia obetumi akyere ni nyina. Eche se enso ne tofri ha na yiri fa ha na efri hi obekyere wo. Ewia na boy na ema ha ewia no boy ha pa na mo ha no obekyere wo. Na adenti na aha no ewo soro na ha wo fam obekyere wo. Oye development expert na ye ka wo mu a wo mutumi enwene kuro nwene wo man kyekere wo man se ye fa wentu a odi mu akoti ne ye pa ono so ewo ha bi nti san komo no ena wo mu nyina ka ho bi ye ba ne abebedi abedwa fo ma mu nyina akwa aba eda mo ase enso se mo anya bere na mo aba na ye babedi nkomo ena ye doso na so minim se de ye be ye no bia benya no so ne de na ye ka amampanifo so tumi ate ye nka yan hyase mfamfiri NDC die no parliament de be ne tia wati na fe enya kwan aba we mu Honorable Haruna Idrisu ani ne team ye yomu firi ho ene ye de Dr. Atofo Senkrofo nso ebaaye ehun sam bebre yate ne nyina hu ne nyina party ni panyifo kwa asetena mo kan se de asomdwe abefie enti o ma solve problem no de esi etwi nanim de esi aka se sorry aka sorry de nyina o ma wie enti na parliament nim se wo mbe ye o madwuma se no mo ye no ha na drama bi si wo parliament wo Oniafo Haruna Idrisu mutaka kra de wama Haruna Idrisu bibia de man so ntena according to report no yese Collins Dawda akonya ne de man no wose ono na mamere mu no se de atiti no ofie no wakwada ntena panya akonya so enti wantena so ena wobra obaba no submission no okotena first deputy speaker of parliament who is the MP for Bekwai honorable Joe Wise okotena na akonya so ana no submissions wieye owie na asem waka de twa ato and o man na sa ne comment no owie do ka de twa ato ne say still now or the elected member of parliament for the people of Tamale South and no sort of free ho ekoko tena akonya foforo so wo minority no leadership no achi nti mo ye hwe no okwan we so de man no o say o ya kwara ntu tumi ntena so and or shit call the other side and or coca and some way or we understand back to her and or say or you still elected member of parliament for the people of Tamale Central one funny party the council I'm still member of the minority I'm still a member of the NDC even though one council were free party no there but still a member of parliament for the people of and no questions na amanfo bi sabebre enti Matthias wona ate mini faso ti ma mhye sem fa firi so amam ebsima be ye miensa na sen nan na de si ye no so meti wadwe nkyere wo
yo me da se mamifa akonya asunchia wahwefo ne Ghana fo nyina
sure
de si ye ne de enya ade bia eye hu bia one nima miensa and a play cards one say hu say oye not na na yenuma ye free sa generation na ba no generation so ye ntete no ye o papa te akonya so crampo na so sorry a want na so te say me fie akonya me metena so no obi antumi ntena so
okay
me ni wa the chest always empty
I see
the only person with my transfer akonya no so no me ba penny
okay
me ni wa that is what enti obi a
anu ye wo fie
anu ye me fie na am just say obi a won ntete a odi free ni fie e buy
okay
for example me buy say obi a bontina so say pay junior room say papa kunyu ntumi traso to ntena so
okay
well enti anu ye one and we ma share culturally BBC what I say two obetu ma share no say the be a friend the instrument of disorder a bit ma can say he played the card of instrument of disorder attention be their man ho
okay
and also so ye one enye bibia ye boni enye bibia ye we bia if your pen news be what I say, be do much make creative be say, I know you just and yeah, be a bonny and I be a way in politics and I say in governance.
Okay.
3. Or call minority and then the man cut now as a majority for a side. And I'm kind of sport of disorder. So your son so back. Eka is still a member of. He's still an elected member. Is an elected MP from the Tamale
South
or represent Tamale South constituency. Yes, it is a fact. Obia entumi inferior. And then there's another fact. Say before he there's a pivot on which he stood for him to be elected. NDC party. It's no malicious. No be entumi can say be a free party and also that's who party. It's still a member. Once he's been elected, he's the MP for Tamale South. There, Obia him say NDC.
Okay.
So ticket and the electorate. I want the near Adebia who be a conforming the best found that creating news. Be and say critic, but there's nothing wrong with it. And the beer Adjuboni be near.
Adjuboni be near.
That's how I see. That's how I see.
Now then, Tina, what's on the other side? A minimum. I've never been a member of parliament. Minimum or more. She shares the city or say, "Ebi apesa me chere majunia." Betimi asore fe bi ametie no. Na makokotina be before my am so mission be masamba back to me the side of me nim said the city. And
I make sure say near Adebia you.
Okay.
What I say.
Okay.
Once also no so no near baby in the first place.
And some kunya baby.
What I say. And I kunya baby but you be a kunya. But so I try kunya no so I'm the back on the back after no baba sorry no and also make creative baby. Into no. For me I don't see anything wrong with it. Yes, okay. I don't see anything. At the end of the day he made it clear that he's the elected member of the Tamale South constituency.
I see.
I will be able to say NDC in the elected.
Okay. Me that's it.
For me I don't see anything wrong with it.
No. Oji Amai. Is it Oji Amai? Honorable Wilkinson. Asemi. Also, when you have a bintina. But your submission, you could never be tonight. What does that mean?
Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Which year, which I'm penny for a year. Na yechi Ghana mine na. Yenny say, Obiti say, how you need choose?
Yes.
About Ghana politics, most of us, even though we are not in the same party, he's one of the young guys. Metimaka say, or mentor ebinum. Obia any change submission, and in the normal be our young. But Sisi and on say, ye free minority leadership no. The 9 committee now was in answer with so automatic. Say baby obetna ne de se ne enu apani kan yi se ne anka baby ato force
we dey me twa no bra wo ba no anu nie obetna se bam na e de ne ma nyina ama no nti watena se nti yenhwe
ba se ha no okotina leadership na chi di kan okotina leadership na chi na nka de mba beka no enu ampo na waye say at the end of the day no omo ye leaders na ye yi omo fi ho no sisi omo ye leaders no so omo so omo nkonya no ho na me boa enti dia be the prevent obi say obi ba kwotena akonya na wo na ono ti wachi na sisi ye di ono aba ni mu na wo ese wo so kwano kwotena chiri it is a wo kwa kwotena chiri a dia be the prevent o ana dia be na be si wo kwan wo sa no ma no but at times, you know, a media attention be. It do be I say, no, maybe not media. No, I say last time, no more parliament. Into Oba ye so who say, still not here for Bibiano. Oba is Yamia do not fita. They just say, still no, or a member of parliament for Tamale. Is it central, right? Tamale Central. Is that correct? Enti onye mfum so bia but baby a me ya na yemi nwa kaka ne se ya yenye nim se ne na political parties ne yakasa ya hu ya say we are so unique e wo bibia mu political party bia ye bibi na okoka o so ye de ti say ye nso de ni ti say ye nso de ni ti say de si ye asemo ye hu but ngofo for madwin conso because omu hu ni say something can happen but tembia no omo hu ni se wasem na si ye de na si ye de nya twe but ye wenum de de bibi ade a hayo na drusu o ye sisi ya no as I say NDC for omo say bibiba bibi ni say ono so ehu ne ho sese sa ne ho hia pa because baby ote na yeyi na fi ho no ebie kwan ama no e wo no bi mu a ono ankasa na kuma mu no onye ya anko beye but say oye leadership of the parliament na ontimi mfa sa no ma no entoto yie. But we should not forget Asiodun Katia chairman Asiodun Katia say on the chairman general say kwame se ka fa kan he general bi no ne say hwe bi no ono so na dia ono so yesese no ono so ni ma dia potin a oye. In fact, let me tell you, say, NDC for Jina Bedia Tumua, Ombe who say, now NDC party no pe Ubia, Omufi say, Obetimini, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Amachi Kakra. Mr. Ombe Machi Kakra. And then no motion say no. Say no, Professor Nana Ajuma, dear,
Nana
Upukwajiman. Sisi obi e ka say John Mahama aye former president Edi Nikoye Olusui. John Mahama Edi Infantini Koye ema wo wini for his first time. And Odi Infantini ba he second time no Olusu. Omunya ya asedi nkatia nko ade na adwemu no onya ya nanka omasa di Infantini no aba. But ye nya nim say chama asedi nkatia de woni Opugwajiman de no ntutuye kakra bi kakra wo ho omo nse dan kasa nti ene de so prepare
ene
so prepare na obi ba na wa na beba oye Infantini mo ofa so oye Infantini but e bia na bebi o tene mutwe kakra nti ni o parliament sesi ya ono ye ato force here ono no ye ka economics no no so akabi ye ka we no so akabi no then he need to be prepared. What must I say?
And you know, or prepare so
prepare no.
Say or ne when never beko.
Oh, me so sure say
as flag bearer and as running mate.
As a running mate.
To who?
To say John Mahama na say is John Mahama dey ohwa obi an omo anu enya dey ombe mo obi kra contesting no because John Mahama kra say obi a okodi 80 years bi an say so contest. And nipa wa ko pension na yi ni ti obe contest. Onu so na okwa 80. Ntina sinete bi an say otan ba bi na the former president no etwaso and the former president betwaso there and the na so mo nyi obi a ofin fanti memo a obetimi apushi no na ye di o
na sa
running mate enti are na juice na yi ni fi ho no o say we ye internal one no internal one no kura no eye gidigidi na metie na nkofo ka so we na asem bi ba MPP aban say omonye stakeholders meeting omo mfro bia omo country nche no omo die mu kakra mpo we in house mpo ni ehu ni sei we in house mpo ni ehu ni sei enti ayi na juice ba na oba ya na wo sei okwa akotena baby okwa akotena ni die okwa akotena enti sei ne so obetran fo me de me hu ni sei akonya na bi wo nyachi baby a no oti first no akonya no de si nachi no dan wo ho obi ama so fi ho ndo betuma akotena so because wo ka so akotena second speaker na konya so a ono oye MPP ni o and ono so ka majority no
na so do kwat the first speaker
say no wo hwa konya tena so
nti onya bi
ye
nti na so o shift to the other side no ko sa konya no so obi akonya
sisi na oguso a wo hwehwe sisi a oguso a wo hwa konya no be obetena nti after now no akọ aba but me so me tie ne say die obi so eso no a obetena ono ne die no so eda ho but or remind you say or ye member of parliament for Tamale Central State.
When I say His Excellency, what's your offer say asama waka na tintintin utie bi na mo party de ekoso e bi beka say division ya bam nti mo say ya bam
ho ya mo pa
oh sir
we asama you discuss what sharp platform we so
said you see your parliament no see to make come some kakra
ye duro ya pension for the ye duro ya ye hu bottle information parliamentary seat in America
ye be kan wasam pa
boss on a drama
ye be kan wasam
as a drama and say meeting Paul Admochery the Haruna Idrisu should move to MPP so that Alan Chamartin will partner him. Yes, sir. That would be the greatest mistake to the political career of Haruna Iddrisu. Umami abadam kura umami no. Ida ko bina. So umami enemy mami sebe. Omunam enimu ha. Eko na wo mun nayi wo mutuma. Ho na obeyi wo share takakota no. Enya umami. We masam. We are working with their cofa, Sunyani Besi Drobo, at the Besi Gaya and Quanta Besi. And you have a question of okay, you have a question of we are no straightforward. The most important thing I can is what I can there. Oh, that after there was a seat of the previous leaders, you could have just gone to say that. The Madinin flag bearer and running me. Listen. We in the NDC, from 1992, we have always been clear who our presidential candidate is. We have forever been clear. And that is why we have not seen 17 thieves campaigning. We are always clear what our direction is. So we can play unnecessary tribal cards, but it's not our business. See, when Haruna and Muntaka were there, all our leaders were from the north, right? Right or wrong? From our Council of Elders chairman, our flag bearer, our majority leader, a minority leader, chief whip, were all from the north. We did not care a hoot because for us, tribalism is not our business. NDC, we look at competence and not tribalism. It is your party that talks about Dombo, Buzia, and Dankwa tradition. When all the three people that you even mentioned are not the pioneers of your party. It's you who do not know the history of your party. It's you who do not know the dynamics of your party. We, NDC, we know what our dynamics are. We know who our flag bearer is. We know who is going to be our running mate. So please take your mouth out of it.
So, also, they say government be here strong opposition party. Until the course one say, I'm quite a
strong opposition there. A strong opposition. Ma wimbo nekakraba. Ma won't to me ye levy. Busampo won't to Mumbai. Ever stronger opposition when you be. MPP for Busampo Wimbo. Yakwa IMF 18 times, isn't no so? Ati who that? You are not even competent to even borrow.
Smart borrowing now.
Smart borrowing, only 90 pensioners. My classmate, you can win. See,
yes, sir.
I am glad you summarized the whole argument as a drama.
A drama.
Right. But beyond that, I'm seeing the inefficiency of the clerk of parliament. As soon as the change is made, that night, before the next sitting, you have reconfigured parliament. Okay. Because sitting arrangement, it's not within in the constituencies. It's a press bell on the screening. You see a Jacobina Fantiaqua. So on the night that we effected the changes, or the speaker was alerted, notified, say, parliamentary leadership changes. What should have happened? Quickly reconfigure parliament and put whoever was set. And even in the special case of Haruna, you would have even met him outside and directed him, sir, from today, this is going to be your seat. That's it. That's sensible.
It is Akunya baby international. A clerk of parliament, no. And now, as a sort of share, say we better now.
And for good reason.
Okay.
Because your name is configured on your seat to the system. When you rise up to speak, automatically the system starts recording your name.
Okay.
And the constituency you are from. Okay. For the purpose of writing the Hansard.
Okay.
So where we have a speaker, a clerk of parliament, who just allow parliament to create that scene man, you waste time going. We have a problem.
Oh, but that was done.
Me to say ya na kese clerk Brad Haruna fi ho na to force doctor to force e ba no quickly no o make changes no e the doctor to force din ba share ho am obi on say on minority that was speaker, leader.
Chief.
Meeting I didn't say what you had the account.
It was done. Those thing was done.
I didn't tell one quarter.
Chief.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I didn't want quarter now.
And I was a drama no.
Etina Amasaman needs as some of Asankwa.
Ah no, but are you not coming from far sitting here? No.
When you were speaking,
it was done.
Quiet. What was it?
Uncle, Jamaican say
it was
clerk of parliament.
So it was done.
Yes, it was done.
But still the drama came up. None there was someone.
Oh yes, it was done.
See, another sign of inefficiency of the current clerk of parliament is what happened yesterday. The business committee did not have anything for the electoral commission bill to be laid in parliament. It was not discussed there.
Okay.
As usual, Afenyo Markin, in his clandestine mood, wanted to import that. Oh, when I use words, I mean what I mean. When I say, Afenyo Markin is the person who took a picture of Sierra Leone, Ketafu, Sandwini, okay. It's the same person. So we are watching them. And so you stand there when the issue was raised. Why that thing was not discussed? And you know it's criminal. So Parliament is a very serious place where certain things have not been discussed at the business committee level. It must not find its way on the floor of the Parliament. So you see the ruling of the speaker said, if it has not been discussed at the business section, you cannot take it. Why did the clerk of Parliament do that?
And today, say clerk no or creative way ni na onim na adwuma onim hyehyɛ no onim mmara no.
From my experience, the clerk of parliament is committed. Tama akwawe yadan fu ko wi ballot box papers no that day on the night of
okofa bi dwane ya Carlos Ahenkra no onabo Carlos Ahenkra
wan kofa wo wiaye
ofa di dwane ya
ofa different wo wiaye different.
Okay.
Oko wiaye no you saw the demeanor and the movement of the clerk of parliament. You saw it. He was the one who was, stampeding the speaker with a court order. You saw it. We are watching. But we are watching. See, yes, son, and throwing some son, and listen to the woman.
Former Chief Justice.
He's not on guard. So, Wilkinson, I know you have to defend your government because of the position you have. But you owe a duty first and foremost to Ghanaians. So they can't agree.
No, I said, as a man, I said, entropy and entropy.
Okay.
Uncle, who church do?
Who was it? I was you first speaker. And I say, you come here, you they see, and I say, what raise the issue be? You say, baby, I could be
what they wanted to achieve, who achieve? All they wanted to say, my brother, was Haruna has crossed carpet. Oh, listen, since when?
That's why I spoke of the instrument of the
when the Haruna has one
wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. In Parliament, who can say one MP across a carpet from NDC to APP. And there was a by-election in the constituency. Yes. But what happened there does not amount to crossing of carpet. Crossing of carpet is when you officially, notify the government to say, the Speaker of Parliament said, I am going to do business with this party.
Nobody have said that.
That's the crossing of carpet.
Uncle, nobody have said that. Nobody have said that.
And then one in our case in Congo.
Nobody push out.
Yes. Until your son is my new Sinafi. Dr. Benson.
So, when they looked at the definition of crossing carpet, it didn't stand with them. Now, for me, as far as I am concerned, as a senior member of the NDC, that matter is dead and gone, brushed and dusted and buried. Finished.
Which
the Haruna Idrisi thing is finished. Yesterday, you saw him go and say the way you should. Yes, finished. It's finished. And they were say Omoniaji from NDC. And now the B do a press conference. I press conference. Listen, we are the constitution in the back. you knew how to handle crisis. Last time I was telling you about Obeta Samwa, our old national chairman, the party. Then they said they didn't collapse. Our first lady, Rollins, Ajimon Rollins, was the party. Your founder, no, a leader of, leading member of the party, and was not your party, your buye. Reform party, if we are party, and this is buye. Monsumamu. Muna national chairman general secretary election who cried to pam warm overnight.
As a party nengo.
That's so now
sana obi anso ni fie no.
Yes,
for this DDEP issue. No, they see you know. Yɛmfa say drama bi nisi or parliament war and I say do mo suko yi a there is bibi wom ana
Jacob na ma menfa akwanya so enchia amanfo nyina fantene twie ni me de befrafra yana what has happened storm in a teacup. Sure. What has happened? I didn't see. Your sister will be in the leadership. And you do for about certainly, as a human being, he might express his IODA in different forms. Since he is standing and our casa. Okay. Naturally, he will show something. Now, you show in the crowd when being an one cast my team who free and easy. And I say, I join the MPP. And I say, me member of parliament. Just a me statement of parliament. The person me for crime is a beer near course of many angel papa. But my statement area, as I got baby, what has happened?
Something has happened.
What has happened?
Because you are kunya once na so. And now kokoti na kunya kase bi so baby.
Mami make a statement. He said, I have been a young man and I've grown up to this point. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. Walking stick. I want to mean Anthony.
But it's not at the age.
Age is a number. Enti Mehunio maybe kakra. Munufie.
Yeah.
He was the UP man.
Munufie.
He became former man and NDC man.
Yes. Many of them.
He became also a champion.
It's a champion.
He was a UP man.
Mumuni.
PV Obey. Was he not a CPP man moved? I mean, people move. So what has happened? What we need to ask ourselves as a people, and I keep asking this question. I said Ghana I know Haruna Iddrisu when he was a student leader. I had been a student leader in tech. Rollins time I hear your friends and students resistance to educational reforms. I was a student leader in tech. I was SIC secretary in tech. What has happened? Are we serious to say build a country? Is this thing going to build a country?
Haruna Dian.
Ever build the country.
See, ever build democracy.
Oh, no, I change the rate of the city.
The question I want to ask, another question, I might me down my dream say. Enti oman ben pa na yepese yechichi de koye nim. Kana makabi. Yeah, your concert be na we are. What are we serious?
You don't see
Ukraine. Ukraine. Yeah, na see Ukraine inti economy aye. Just this week. They've shipped 400 million tons of maize out of Ukraine in winter, even in war. They've shipped $400 million worth. Are we serious?
Yeah, the Ukrainian excuse for
are we serious? Nothing serious has happened. Their friends saying Julius Caesar, Mark Antony Nekan asked them, or see the comments themselves speak. And Yeman your money unfold. Don't let us read too much into it now. Yeman your money. And a third point I'm pressing this time was say, Jacobra.
Yes, sir.
Nimpeni for it, yeah, more of a, I am more of a.
And the way you offer super.
Seriously speaking, on my your team says here, you play politics and I say develop your mind. Politics is just a game. And I say develop your mind.
Question baby Sanye ya no dachi. And see Dr. Adams asafutay. Em so nso hu de course no kakra. Ugidi say eye bibia ese ye say de bedwafo bi no mo ka no. Ese ye fa ne say normal ye say say bere wo ho. Obi so kire say ese say ye tumi ntrase fa ne trasa kire ye bibi say amanyosam na drum pempenso bi a say ye ko enum say ye ba ye say gina bibi gina no eno ne ye no wo ye si ye no who say a normal ABA and so be ade as and I say as I see a journal who especially NDC as the political party on Haruna Haruna account.
Say in this Haruna. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Greetings to our cherished viewers. First of all, let me greet my daddy. Ambassador Sampi Ali.
Yes. See.
A.K.A.
Come back.
This is a man that is doing a lot for Madagascar. Sometimes people go around with huge coats, 3 pieces. Walking around, showing what they have, including what even they don't have. Now, so Ambassador has been a great inspiration. As I'm talking now, you can talk of probably over 500 strong men and women who be smiling behind their, TV sets and nodding to what I'm saying. So, Daddy, maximum respect, sir. I was a little bit, shall I say, apprehensive when my dear brother was making statements that seem really not connected to the issue when Ambassador came in, sat quietly, came in and trying to correct things, and he was.
And then okay, yeah, would you say emfa no so ono so so de ohun no ohun say ebia wo hun ni sa
no issues like
running mate in as
and you are talking I will come to my issue but I'm just saying that
go ahead go straight
traditionally in Ghana and Ghanaian politics we tend to have, that is what is happening, that a North and a Southerner, a Northerner and a Southerner in any form of pairing for both political parties so far. It is it's a JDM, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is the presumptive candidate for the National Democratic Congress, and Haruna offering off, who can say, hey, be a person, be pair no. What are you talking about? Are you trying to say, oh, pairing, but the other side? For me, that presentation by how do you call him? The Metro boy.
Paula
Drumotri. We were mates on campus. Really doesn't hold any water. So I ignore.
I really don't want to discuss it here on my platform because
very well.
I don't know what you're
doing. Raising things like Professor Nana is not in good terms with Asiedu. I mean, you don't do these things. You are in critical times. That's what I say.
I don't think
but what I would say first of all is that, as I say, who say leading a group of people who have physique, who have their own state of thinking, mind, and the way they do things, both male and female, as in political party formation, it's a very difficult task. It's a very difficult task. And General Asiedu Nketia, or General Mosquito, is one man that we've known him for his astuteness and straightforwardness. And so I don't have problem with a lot of things that he's going to be doing or he's doing. Now the point is that the parliamentary leadership is a privileged position. We all know, when parliament, resumes, we always have leadership from both sides, minority, majority. And there are standing orders that guard or guide how Parliament runs. From time to time, in some form of interval, leadership is changed. And that has nothing to do with your seat whatsoever. And therefore, if at this moment in time, and even in our current circumstances, this economic turmoil, we are in a real mess. Sometimes I say these things and smile, immediately thereafter, but our situation is that serious. Last time in Mibaha, I say, our tolerance levels are so high as a country. Otherwise, by now, a lot of things will not be going well. And our lady, her ladyship came out and trying to speak, maybe not for just himself, but for the, general, populace or the pensioners. And so, yes, that's just a caveat. I'm saying the change of leadership is not an issue.
Okay.
As human as we are, they may have some feelings. Oh, I would have wished to continue for a week or two, a month. People will say that we should have waited for Congress to happen before we do change in leadership and all of that. That is an administrative matter. That is not an issue. The point, me personally raise you say, we as constituents, we have to be able to separate issues of, parliamentary administrative activity from parliamentary, constituency activity. That is to say that you see that Muntaka's people and some other guys in the constituencies began to agitate that this man, you can't take him away and all of that. No, that is not the duty of or responsibility of constituents to decide. It is a parliamentary responsibility, and we have to leave that to the parliamentary authority. Okay. Number two, now to the seat matter.
Yes, sir.
There is a huge administrative lapse in our current parliament. And I was sitting with one old member of parliament, former member. In fact, he is a senior member. And I was telling him that we have been observing parliamentary proceedings since 1992, way down to date. And for me, it appeared to me that parliamentary leadership is taking a nosedive. It seemed that a lot of things are being taken for granted. Why do I say that? We were here when military men, force men invaded parliament and behaved the way they did. We all saw it. We were here when a sitting member of parliament or call ballot box, voting, a place that cameras are all over, even your breathing can be read. Who call ballot paper? I mean, how on earth will you do that?
And nothing has happened.
And nothing happened. And so, precedents say, oh, there are some things we can get away with it. When leadership positions are changed, this is something that can be done overnight. Where who is going to be sitting anew or new should be structured. We know that Honorable Atuforsin, Dr. Atuforsin, is coming to the minority seat, leadership seat. Honorable Haruna Idrisu is going to his former seat because he was sitting somewhere before he was appointed to become the leader. It is a matter of changes, as Ambassador is saying.
So
there will not be any
lack of parliament.
It is a pure administrative lapse.
Okay.
And we should not mince words on that.
I think let's be a little bit more serious. And as I said, it's a storm in a teacup.
Yes.
Moving, blah blah blah. But let's not spill it. I know we can do speculations and innuendos. But you're more serious. I use that statement as a premise. Let's be more serious.
As a country.
Baby, I was here. This is not something.
And baby, quiet one hour can was and then this IDDP. No, you're fancy and IDDP as my king. If you break shots, have a push and measures every so since one hour they say, are we serious as a country? Are you develop Ghana or are you doing politics? You may share baby, if free started from the 5th of December Eko 22nd December, eba January, eba February, afi February na fe baby abedru any agitations e koso ne nasefo nyina no ye hwe. Would you say there are more into this issues more than say the you no. Esa sade na kwakwa bibi obi say ade ne ye hu ne ti hu ne nan. Say ye kwose ye ba. Say ye gina fa kwa say ye hwira kwose ne say ye tena say ade na aye hwanyan. Wo nim dia wo efa oman chechire ho no. Dia ye no. Yenyi eka ne ye de ne kwan fa nto nchen. Yenhwe ye nipa say nipa human development no. Dia kwaso e no. How does it affect our human development as a country?
Is that correct? That say?
Yes, sir. What do I name? I'm for time on 6 minutes.
No problem. Thank you, Grana. Well, my more account.
Yeah, Babaso.
I'm saying now, me say we discuss the Jamaican model.
Yes.
2013.
Yes.
There are other models. There's a Japanese model. There's a South Korean model, and models in the adoption.
Okay.
But on say country be unique. And human settings be also organic. Yes, sir. Yeah, dear, is see a woman. The to Jamaica for the one. Into me fan to direct. Send and now we are no. Now, mom, you bet me a baby. Ephraim. One more situation, almost normal, purely plantation economy. I feel the needs and your man now, and your economy be as buoyant as your day, send ye. No more human capital based and so. They will be, but and to say ye day. Ye can't nanka, nim dear the teacher of mine, as she shall on mine, seek a semni adiano. Adian was rocka. Oh, far from NDC, Abepim, MPP. Ghana, nim dear for how. Ya won't crop for money. Pa. One more dear and one more economy no echo for my mafe na a binum free Jamaica be driver cars, be driver buses, UK, binum call US, in a cake account. Ghana ni pay to coin because of how much training ya womb. But Jamaican model was said that they had to go down and dig up. Lessons are which we exchange for a broad consultations, building consensus on where we want to go as a country on this particular economic situation. Enti eno ewo ho. Ye wo bi nso ho a omo de no friends asase wo so si wo nsuom. Tsunami, yeah. Was so ye my economy in the ground way. Almost also have to find ways of building up. And I will far Sebiota fracture recent times Ghana. Rawlings hand over ma Papa Kufo. Maximum respect to that man. Statesman. Ghana call HIPIC. They call HIPICO. And in the same regime, within the same term, brought us out of HIPIC. We saw what happened. Any measures of Muteki. And the make our way as to say our examples, even including Yanyedi. Okay. Baby, I drew Sesiano. Minim die kakra. 2020 HIPIC time. You know how much money Ghana got? There was a direct inflow of $1 billion.
Sure.
At the same time, we were floating bonds outside.
A year COVID time no.
There be Kufo
time no.
No, I'm even talking about
2020
COVID time. We had, well, I'll come to that one. On COVID, we had huge amounts of money. You flow to bonds outside with coupon rates of $750 million. 2 times. I understand COVID was a major issue. It affected the economy. But there was at the same time inflows into the economy. The question here is, the question here is, having received all that, let me read it. I was just going through from 2013 to 2023, 2022. Yeah, budgets. I mean, basically not from only one side, from the Ministry of Finance, Statistical Services, World Bank, IMF, and all that, with a little a year, maybe. Within the same period, government cost of doing business started to go high from 2018. The figures are there for everybody to see. And the main point is, it is shocks that have hit Ghana and the management of the shocks. And there was stresses. We have stress and shocks. If you talk about the issue of resilience, economic resilience, we have stresses and shocks. The stresses are mostly internal. The shocks are external. And there has been shocks from outside. Yes, not only Ghana, worldwide there have been shocks. But it's the management of the shocks. With the monies that have come in, including oil receipts, if you take off industry, gold was contributing very well. Cocoa was doing well. They all started going down because of the shocks. At the same time, there were some inflows that were coming. And how have we managed it? And I'm going to make a point in terms of it is the way we have managed our economy. And the diabetes baby Adri. Oh, my 6 minutes. I'm saying
oh, me chill.
Ebinum used the word reckless. I'm saying Matis the Matis Akebida.
Criminally reckless.
On what Akebida? I'm the quote Mamma, her lady.
She will cancel a mamma.
I'll cancel Mamma Cracker.
Last time, Michelle, no kind. Mamma can.
Oh, dear, who can. And see, Ebinum say a reckless borrowing. And the management thereof. Baby, I drew home. May I expect to say Ghana need be at the politics because Jafo, would diagram a befa yingina again in Abeko. Enti ye drew baby, I drew ya. How do we get out of it? How do we build a resilient economic system? Or should be shocks to be crab a hiti and buma. When we were going to IMF, I think under President Rawlings, Chairman Rawlings, we went to IMF a couple of times. We had the Structural Adjustment Program. We had the PAMSCADs and others were all programs that came out of the Structural Adjustment Program.
1 and 2 and the G2.
We had all of them, including the various World Bank interventions that were all folded. Do we want to say the economy was good? It wasn't good, that's why they came in. Okay? You call HIPIC. The economy was not good, that's why they came in. The current situation may not be new, but maybe the proportions are high. To ensure how we can get out of it, and get out of it carefully with the views that we are building a resilient, and this is where we need both divides. We need the intellectuals, we need the businessmen, we need everybody on board.
Because both divides, I quite remember the former president John Dramani Mahama, I can say, some stakeholders meeting. Let me quote him, and saying, I'm so quote and saying, I'll say, when I noticed we were running into an economic ditch, I made several calls for a genuine dialogue and a national consensus on an economic program. The arrogance and intransigence of a president and incompetence of a finance minister and the economic management team have led us here. We could have forged a broad, non-partisan consensus on the IMF bailouts and accompanied debt restructuring program. And Master, it seems it is too late now. Is it too late, sir?
It's not too late. It's not. It's never too late.
Okay.
The way to go is that we must come together on this one. Coming together, and it depends on who is driving and who is the mate.
Okay. My family, Honorable Wilkinson, so say, is the government ready? Maybe I drew no. Are we ready? So mine. You come mine. You na can be. You ready? Say no. I say one say a break cross my canal so be re. You come huchiremu. Na huchiremu come be. You imagine say come to me aye. But my pima fed them by ya fed them my pim me hu na me yet. Enti ye nyina momra na yen kam ne yen yet. You bet me aye. Is the government ready to say obrasiemu obeji atum say enfumso bi aba e say se no bi amra on board ni tumi nkuko anim ana
Ejakoba.
yes sir
Aban dey so ready ache o.
sir
And aban so betima aye. Aban na ready ache da. Say you start ye meetings upon meetings. Stakeholders people from the Ministry of Finance are meeting people day in day out. And then they are be doing that. See, baby, what is here? No, abandon bit me here because abandon a normal a juma abandon here in a maybe a penny casano or can no be a me a Toma Kuma to say or mine and casano and if one a dequacusi. The last one we used to was say who is the driver and who is the mate. Baby, what is here? No, Jacob.
yes sir
Yeah, politics no be do baby say. Just say the obi abaye anye. In fact, onim the former president me dey bia me can say respect SM demand we am no.
former president who
Mama.
okay
Ma obi ensusu say MPP government ne ya besi musisi ye. Entimi nye ye be ye e fit Jerry John Rawlings so eba ni nyina no troubles na eba no day in day out na be beka ho eni ye kwa na ye ba bedu be a ye ba bedu yi. In fact say obi aka say covered e discover shame a yes there was money e discover but the government ade hwegu fom na obi ma osika say ade na hwegu fom no fa share anan a obesisa ade no unya de hwegu fom no da ba wo se bi beka fom baby you do say no nye say nkofo te say mama enra ye mama kasa ye yi e mama say onu de ni tie ye obeji pay o mi ka be si asem so obeji pay kopim da ewade be frɛ no eno wo see onu de wo advice mpanimfo a pensioners ni yi say mo bi amfa de wo nkohyem onu so na adwe no oh when they trade the true Ghanaian that is speaking. Obi beka say anka maame we anka MPP and the man GBAB wa betina we chief justice na de ntina anka wo kasa
and this is not the man MPP
ade no piano a
did you hear say and this is not the man MPP
ade no hear the
did you hear that
of a baby abayi wa ade no hear the obeka ya ete nyina say nyina effect ye ne a ye beka edu baby a me de bia me come say communication is a key to build a society because who here dey no be antia siniti bia ne pa no say mante covid scare ba ye uncle ka say Ukraine kura no to kwani si ho no omatimi a ship maize right over $4 million omodi ko $400 million omodi ko ntokwa ba na sa no ma na gu baby o fight na ntokwa na nko bomb no mo ye nyina ankose no na me adum
na ye a bomb no bia ma na ye hu ye ti won ye de excuse ni
yesu say omusipu omodi ko
so the brain
shipment no mo omodi ko fa
omodi ba Africa
so omodi Africa yes omodi ko nti tam na ama no ene ye ho kire ena omo say ye no mani de egu ho still no we will make a business with you we will try to drive to the good point say ye nyina betumi edutwa the government is well prepared say e be eduma in fact say obi ba nko school na saa nipa no ye asori panin no ko gina so dem no to nkrofo fu say nkrofo no emma omo manko school a na so ti mu future a na so case bi che no pa
no we can say
because
we your software we say nkrofo ense so musu ban na she dem no ma petition now friend nkrofo so mo mbra altar call on beba
maybe the na we can to aso na say we can
make up wow
we can bo me say eno na make up enti asem na ye wo mu sisi ano eje kopen obi anu wa hia no ade na ye wo mu sisi ano obi anu wa hia no hwe mama ye wa ba wa tintin nkrofo fi say o eni e mama no we kuma ban ne ko awie hwe say kro da wo ho na obi edi bibi edru bi guso na hihye wo a uhunu say ukro no enya nwi enti se na tie bia no ese so bo modin say ekro no kwan bia so be fa ekro no be wo no ebewu in fact ni ekoso nyina yesi kasam eno ho cheba me dia me say NDC for the omo ke bia no MPP apan 8
dem tia wo de ye adwuma ni tie nko
na ye adwuma ye fa nye adwuma ankase ye fa nye adwuma ankase du baby ni ye ankase ye ja woni mu de no ene ye ko woni mu de no ene ye ko ni sei ene ye ko ni sei
na se ye ja so ye se ye ja so ye bam
but ye ko na me tell say ade hwegu for no sisa
ebi beka
enye mmere te say ne ye hu no otuma say ade bi asa ne tie ye tie inso ye sisi ye ni mu ni say sisi ye ni mu mini manka da biya ba ya numbi
2023
da ya kokura na mu mai bikam so se dey nti ade biya da biya no nipa finance minister biya ni wa wabaga na ha Ghana for any agye ne ho after the term ofi abem
Obo Kojo Ban Radio
Kojo Ban Radio be beto no ni kai maybe Kojo Ban Radio ba so be ready budget na hwe eya sa na ehu no ho etwam kwa Kojo Ban obi obetwam biya be boni din obi obetwam bia bebo ne din obi ane ni fam dia oye ya ebo aye ene dia amoa dia ye kan se ba bia ye du no ye nyina ye nkambo ase Ghana ayi oba no anka me papa o but o na me
ka no aka me
David me say o mo anka me papa
me
na wo trust no hu me ye
dia was president you
me anyway what dey we be kan je ade ni say oman no titire no na hia ye sisi o yensom eni nipa bebi a yedu no obia pe bibia gina so di ayese politically no me na metimi aye ba bebi a make akosi a make kan say obi ba anko school no o kan che obi say ma oba anko school a dey Ghana for emma MPP 8 years udi o ma betena so Ghana for say enomo we ni nomo we amoye no ye ni anye ho o de mo pe bebi ntina sa ukotena wa wo se kontombe nko ano anka uyam nkate fraya anka de ne be de pa na satam na udi kontombe nko aye nko ano na onum so di nkate kan wa be de
ebe da na
correct nti sam me ya ye wo mu sesi yi udi obia ni obia wa bia so opese o ka bia no wonka MPP abande listening government ye betie se kontombe nko ana ho na yesi se ye di nkate kan ho na be man kwa na ye da ye be ye
eno na me de be sa question be say listening government downsizing the government you know issue be a man for kan ho asama say aban no nipa wo mu na aban no sorodo na ya 125 o kan ya na aban mampani eyibe malikas 85 also say I start to be corrected 86 but still now they been say still now so some of the ministries you know you about 3 deputy ministers entina na ministry be so wa ministry adwuma betua no ya sa kwati agency bi ahase asa agency no ka ministry no ebetua adwuma na ma na aburo so kura
okay
ebe no cut down on government saka ya kan wasama ka so still nansanya Christian and charismatic churches almost some of them about 3 days ago say downsize it is a listening government and downsize ya kan wasama ka situation mu no o man say na him say help me let me buam na me mu former chief justice said so say me mu help yourself first yes osoro emwa de obo ano enti obetumi abo ano ho a you cut down expenditure you downsize your government. Sunday money said they huni ye papa.
I just come that say. Oh say, sanse mo we are king na say government na ni power for mo no mo ye adwuma omo dɔso omo ye bibia fine hwɛ anka saa paa na ebɛkɔ ne dia anka ministry appointment ne kura de anka ye hia bɛ 5 pɛ adentina make sa wo come ministries ni nyina ye wo chief directors wo all the ministries but bia ni wa ye ni chief directors wo a omo ye adwuma nti anka ye kɔ ne saa paa de a anka ebetima ka se o eni aban bia kura ba eni enya mra no ntom na ye mfa ne se aban no be fa 5 pɛ nti na me say listening government se yaka saa me ya ye saa no ma we nyina no aban ne hwɛ omampani Nana do dan kwaku foado so ote wono so otie ebia na kura ye kasa ekwa bia otie
ohwe pa
etie bia me wo faase mo beka ani me bra pani ni ye nyina asem obeka no obefa bibia fim but onim enkoye se enana ye kan ye no cha no pa ye so le ya ye so aban no enipa na ye kan ye so omodoso no wayi omu nyina afi ho se na etie bia no eye nhihye anya komei ba bia wote sesi ye a wote akonwa mu ye a wo host ye a obisa ye question ye When say host a mo UTV ebi amo ye 3 na 4 e try no power so any say medjuma biu adenti I say yi host no mo do so dodo adwuma wi an betimi aka but wo na wo ye adwuma na nkasa na ye say medjuma biu no obebi so wo say dia na esi nti obi bia o wa government mu say obi ye adwuma ebi no mo say o mo adwuma nso ani o man peniti wo ye wo hwe sa no mani nyina say enkofo se wonya reshuffle ena wonya say reshuffle na wo ka nesesi ase wonya reshuffle no onya reshuffle no na oyi nipa ni fi ho yemfa ne say Ministry of Local Government me wa de eye no nya reshuffle ye di honorable Obiamoa eco president
Minister of State
as a Minister of State ena 2 deputies no ho say yemfa bin kan
I didn't say yet to me and Kasa okay say there are 2 deputies no yema baako mere substantive Minister of Local Government na yema the deputy in international say ya te so baako ho yemfa foforo
na the substantive ni yemfa ni going
substantive say we say local government minister no say
me say na ne what 3 deputies and as say yi baako afi ho
and na come
Minister of State
okay then ho
o so okay then oh na say Minister of State na djuma ho na djuma e wo ho a
so ye
ye
yi baako firi ho a enye ye
yemfa bi nkan ho ye afa na yi baako afi edem ho e de ni ko ba
but still portfolio
no but emianya ye o mu sesi yi o mo mpeni na nado baby and focus wo eni sa death structure ni sa no me ye sa reshuffle ni no me nyina no me si o mo mpeni na nado wo de ebia ye be sori be nyane no say reshuffle aba e consultation mo am be ka say na o mampeni na nado ye reshuffle kra no wan consulting crofo no na o mo ye ministers no nti so o consult o mo
nti o bia
o consult o mo wie na ba bia so bia kotena ba bia de obi afa no e be ba out e me ye nya ati ase o mampeni e be make sure say Ghana e be do for 8 years na e di man no na de ye fi say ase no obey ni ye but what must say because Jacob me de bia me no dis ankomo no ayi me papa oko Turkey oko ni school wa Turkey ayi edan ye bubu na say ayi me ni me say no capianes no mu bi o say dey o
why
wofa uncle ayi
uncle school wa Turkey
na wo da ko isen kwan wofa
uncle school wa Turkey
ayi fa na wo school no
who didn't throw no for this
what can say for no sin me ko ni aso
uncle school wa Turkey
ani mo fa okay we da Martinez
okay se mo anu si ma
we da do Martinez the person be can say ni ebubu ni de adwiri se na tie bia be bread in the back
am be in the back
what must say
me da say
se na tie bia no be a fight na edu e wo Indian Ocean ni the ocean ni nyina no flight no me see e be landing na landing so a nipa be fi mu be ba no mo be hu omo ahofama eni se de omo tie se omampeni na nado danko akufo ado ye de ni 8 years no yen compare mienu no ni yen hu se wan na ye adwuma adan de dey no 8 years to come no yen ye kwa ye campaign obi akwa na adwuma pa wa ye no and wo de ye campaign enye me die no a wo fi se me man ye ni ye na wo ka gina so aka say na we me say me 50 projects my am 45 and my am ebia 49 so be 20 projects ebia wa ye mu 1 na wo ye no kan wo die na so me come because you say enya ye wo the same level
dan do one
dan do one ye ko campaign no na ya kan ye ni de obi so ye no bia kan ni de
Matthias, me pese ye share ye de fa aha ehwe. Woni the inconsistency ewo aban no ene finance ministry no omo anamutu ewo saa domestic debt estate program e no ayasem a ese yetu hwe ni yie listen say wutie from initial stages na aban no mampani mu na be kan say there will be no haircut am mampani kan su dia pain say obi an kan komatu ye there will be no haircut am ye nyina jitu mu afi ye kwana ni chechemu ba ya afi be wi ase no saa no haircut no na nye saa na tie haircut abam fine. 2 edu baby no finance minister can say individual bond holders pension fund na for them pensionema no ye afiri mu ye form nka ho and ade no so voluntary open na join saa ku o ka so mo form nka ho edu baby no ye do mu ewura mu wo pe se open na wo ye na me se me mpe na enyo hye enso enyo hye ni nyina no wo pushim de makokoshim by force a adidi mu abedu baby nti because I share the inconsistency on the part of the government and the finance ministry no say no mo nim so mo ye bibi na no mo shada 2 foot agu nkrofo ani say ente saa na anase no mo imagine say they mean good but they do baby o mo hu ni say said no person mo kono enkoye no na move we na so mo ye say na baby tumi aboa ama yetumi do baby efisi edu
eja kwabla akwabi ti Ghana obo nyun bi I say, Medofwa Erama Bedu. Medofwa Dada Mia. She's dead. Dada Mio, Medofwa Jamara Wa Jejimia Kukume. Obekume. Medase. Nyamte. No say one kasano. O san say wo kasan. What struggle star not the far, not the nama, not the far. Oh. Na
asana me kan ya wo da do ntina wo kasa no.
Ewi ase no ho. Bibia wo beye no. So ye aswentia oko manti me ma me yesa no ma me Teresa Tobra friend anti aboke wo me kuma sasetre o say kasa no se wentia oko manti obia e ka cho se bibia ye ko no enye inti te abai no so te ministers no so President Mahama ekojina UPSA Emma lecture na in the lecture no o ka say atofo so kwa na be ka say e ka say senior year ko there will be haircuts. President back be ka say it is never true, there will not be haircuts. The Minister of Finance ebe ka say mama ye ntie ne nkrofo ka de ka ni nyina no nkrofo bi omu nim de ekoso nothing of that sort will happen. See that and esiama adie plan Minister of Finance eta kotu nu bebre ye Bible. Since obedi minister we kotu Bible over 167 times.
Hey.
Yes, 167 times we kotu Bible. The baby okwa baby obejo obeka asem bia obema speech bia kotu Bible.
And also for economy no.
Meba wo kotu that's all the Bible so say the wager ni wonani na wo mre awan wasase so e Bible verse just why ya masisi impenifo omo abom bra omo sacrifice ama oman we omo ebi wo konko okọ adwuma ko wa fa kada obi wo ho enda mehia ahoti okonto onanche ko adwuma for over 30 years 40 years 15 years 20 years or they call retirement o say by force fa o retirement bonds a wada beto no me farmer o principal kwa me farmer afo unfa so do benya a beto we dro ne wo paracetamol no me farmer mame no pie be kasa no oni obi ofi bebia mame no only the president of the republic, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo say William Kamedu ho amini only that chamber spec e wa da braka ya mame no ka sembi etoma commerce o say oh no or retire on nyema we nyatama no ye judge ni we nyina no yes but we pay because of name crofo say can be or ye patriotic, it can be or ye new patriotic some party NPP party a new patriotic party na the real patriotic person eye mame no
eye de oye yinti ana say de
eye de oye eye jo kan yinti Osi shapla no kita. Osi ye yields na beba no. Oka say ye yields e beba no. Ye ni bi na reto ye paracetamol, ye di twa rent, ye di twa ye nsuo. Oka yen but yen no can or dey no even though affect no what I say but they no can because osi anya shika wonua bia ono sakwa retirement. Our nafophobia or no our classmates be almost retirement. But finance minister can say be tama even say Atufosin Dr. Atufosin Bema lecture UPS no ba be catch say because in onkofo nim there they will never go to IMF because we have the plans, we have whatever we have to do to resist or not going to IMF and then yakọ yan fa ne say oni pe bibia no ye bia ya onya from so okowani yeti ase but when we say constitution you say two sides so because constitution nankasa na wogidi vote to ma we president nanado we human rights lawyer and we inaugurated judges my judges position you said something you said we must respect the constitution, we must protect and uphold the constitution. That's what he told the judges. Constitution and Casano, Article 76 of the 1982 Constitution, or say at least at minimum, they say 10 ministers. At most, they say 19 ministers. At most. That's what the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana tells us.
And necessarily, would have been a so many
Busu. What I say I never say you're 28. They say when deputies no even come one, you na 86. Now, all say Sanka, you disuna you start 19 ministers, you from 19 ministers now. As they say 19 ministers, a man 66.9 billion. That is what we spend. 66. But Anka now 19 now, and at least you bet message you bear 5.81 billion. That's what you could have said. It is in Indiana what can I say make IMF? Oh, IMF ekwa just say
$3 billion.
Ekwa $3 billion.
Yes.
Eja kwa shadio. IMF ekwa $3 billion. But Bank of Ghana illegally appointing sika over 40 billion out of the dollars more am I 3.3 billion. Eja ma ban. Ekwa IMF. Sentia was say, oh, my pensioners for mo bond ni we na me fa mamo. By force Tatachi Edge, Bank of Ghana appointed 40 billion at the amount.
40 billion Ghana cedis.
40 billion Ghana cedis at the amount. 50 and 40.
44.
44.3. What the emphasis 44.3. Oh, IMF, a couple Besia 3. Illegal, what we feel for Mark says the amount. What I say, I see this can call a couple Besia Jajino. Chairman, what did I say? CD says Sikano. Sikano was illegal appointing says Sikano. If I said Bank of Ghana, oh, child, there, one hour appointing me, governor of the bank, may bow into Michael J. Saskaway. Saskaway. But we are still fighting. And now her ladyship, Sophia Akufo-Beka say, so open quite fofo. Na jai sa we na wo kono drink fa fofo. Use your brain. I drink also you use to. E talk about obi on your businessman biano. So your business so say Charlie, me business so come from and I say me what problem and I say you really look at it. Every policy biano, whatever policy you formulate and I will go when in policy formulation, there's something we call monitoring and evaluation. We are monitoring and evaluation. That's what baby NKO say. You have to really go back and think. You go back to the source. Baby, all start here. No? What I say in every business, a Bushian corner, you say a family comes say first say so. You no pa. You no million when you are thinking share by 6. I want 3 na. You better so. Review the policies out there about free SHS, planting for food and job. You say should be alcohol. What I say, into sir policy we really look at them. Say they are free SHS, can be bring up free SHS. We also, oh, first me imagine say me school the beer alcohol SHS free. But say baby Juno send them a former send them a minister of finance kind of sometime brain. Send them oforiata a men pese me pamono. Send the oforiata a men the same me what GD wonimu. Send the oforiata kasa me mitie no. Once we all catch me say free SHS, me man perform more music and entia. Now omo and pass omo ni bi no omo yenye free we relook at it, you revisit it. you see so come so child Ghana for me na me can say meye but e be ye kodue nyina ye kɔ for say I won say by March say ntumi anya IMF sika we economy be crash. Why would you want the economy to crash? Jai pensioners review the policies about their ban. We look at them again.
Is it not too late to review that to me any impact to be or the FCA?
I agree with Doc. It is not, nothing is too late. And in reviewing this, call the people back. They be assessed. What we see, President Akufo-Addo had a world recognition when he started. I mean, NPP, NDC, whatever. We are talking about Ghana. When he started, the first thing he did was that he called President Kufuor, former President Kufuor, former President Wallace, former President Mahama, and a few people on Joe Moody. He took them to an inner chamber, spoke to me. Sure said, I mean, there were deliberations. I mean, OTT information. He started. And you are seeing everybody spoke well about him. But I said, what is happening? Okay. The call that President Mahama has made, it's a good call, and we should follow it. Say, there should not be a partisan approach. Any parties in few. Now you can say, I deal with the employee into what do we do? Say, send you. Say, a bureau. Say, say, me few no my baby share. Let's all meet and then. Yeah, sure. Say, I deal with a koi. A baby, yeah, far dream. Yeah, first oh, say free SHS and a baby chuma. Yeah, free SHS is by. President Mahama can was say terminal soon. Yeah, good that constitution say talks about the
a very possible so I say terminal soon. Say
terminal soon say be no boom say.
Okay,
gradually because I can start away. Sika ko me allocation kwa e free SHS mu anyway share free SHS nkwa no from 2022 budget oji 2.3 billion 2023 oji 2.9 billion into a 66 increment 660 increment free SHS kwa
okay
share your friend say planting for food and job
then only and yield resource be my hu say yield resource
wake up you do resource be so
what you know can say free I be free HS and is resource be one district one dam yes you see all those things are there be truthful to Ghanaians yes brother you have to be truthful no masa obi can some na work am on can say some in politics we should look at it we see planting for food and job and yes we are Ghana for food and job for start some kasa what are you trying to say before start some kasa person o dada Ghana for na o say o after the body ebu say that be market district marketing that be are you still doing anything I make are you still doing yeah I mean the workers is here when you come out say okay I think the leadership of Akufo planting for food and job aboano the leadership of Akufo say big Mr. Ghanaians can't have them
okay
what I say why obi TV on Mr. planting for food aboano but then good track one district one dam one village one dam brother now the good part here aboano brother now why for you are mentioning figures. And those figures were used for something. Yes, now VHS.
Dr. Safute, Mami Sophia Kufu Ebisa questions. I want us to go to the question she asked. Now, based on that, you know, yeah, share. But I mean, that's what we saying this way. Yes. And here I am. You free him, you're going to be a dream. You're another twin chain. Also, what have you used the money for?
That's the question.
So that question, Mami, be saying, you know,
45 billion.
What does it mean?
3 point.
She said, what did you use the money for? Omu explain Bibia and Chile Ubia. She's not a small figure or a very huge big figure of society.
And a close friend to the president.
Dear, you're draining Mamia some of you know. There's more to finance ministry now. I might come do baby a drone. Because some say, Bibia is a finance minister. On no point take a decision. yɛnim sɛ finance ministry wɔ no ɔwɔ aboafoɔ hɔ ɛna ɔman no so no yɛwɔ economic management team headed by the vice president who is also an economist yɛsusu sɛ wabin yie paa enti would you say the economic management team has failed and I say they must come up to tell Ghanaians say adeɛ wɔ na esi ntɔbɛm ti yɛde obi aduru no yɛbie yɛnsɛm yɛbie akomam yɛka nokorɛ monta yɛ akyi simple my more 6 minutes
Yo, Eja, thank you again for the opportunity. Now, these same critical issues, I think about nearly a year ago, we asked same questions. Say, a year then, as son, I bedru, baby, I drew. In fact, I asked same questions. How did we get here? And Yakaya said, where we were at the time, if we don't do anything drastic about it, it will not augur well with us.
Sure.
We are there now. Issue say, yeah, that exchange, you know. Now, by mid of next month, no economy no ebe collapse, no. It is neither here nor there, because we can say economy collapsing is not an event; it's a process. And so, if you are hitting inflation from 25 month on month to 30 to 40 to 45 to 50 to 60, it is just a sign that things are not going well. Into it enye much and some economy no be collapse. As we are talking now, maybe sometimes because some people are on free salary because they get that salary from us, no. And it is sad. Let me go a bit more historic because it's not so much about just what we use the money for, really. Let us look at some historical antecedents. When we started, when I say we, as if I'm part of government, I'm not.
You are part.
2017. You saw the size of government. Say, it's impossible to run an economy in the size of Ghana with that number of human resource. We're going to, crash. Yeah. But let me tell you something. In fact, we even spoke about COVID. COVID, and we said that when COVID came, the inflows were that huge. And I've also said that if we were to have used COVID money, even for purposes of agriculture, this so-called planting for food and jobs, and by now, if we had say grains, Ukraine, we'll be living on plantains, on cassava, on maize, any day, all the food stuff. But what did we do? Yadi Kenke, Yadi SA, no problem.
Kenke would have fish.
But you see, Jacobina.
Yes, sir.
This is my second master's thesis. Department of Economics was part of the requirement for the award of the masters. This is my second master's. I'm not trying to come and tell people what. And it's on the assessment of the financial performance of the SNIT pension scheme in Ghana since its establishment. The degree was awarded in 2010 until I could only do it up to 2009. Paucho. Until it is for 1991 to 2009. This document, I went to SNIT, of course. I picked all information, everything, because it's public information. I went to Statistical Service. I went to Bank of Ghana. At that time, I'm carrying more or less all the indicators of Ghana. I can talk about senior, even political parties, or public accounting. When some others will use nominal, and others will use real. And then when you use real and you come and use nominal, best nominal was true. But by the time we impart it with inflation, now, but there was one component. It's about the management of the funds at SNIT. And I mean, who they say. But the point is that that is not part of this project work. Now, so as we are doing, you come across a lot of things. Until me, senior SNIT investment, Ninyama, senior Muya investment, investment now there. They invest in this company, they do this, say, they go into property. Maybe some of those property are there, but they are not yielding that much. But there was one by Obotan Development Partners. And what is interesting about that, respectfully, Eja Kabina, is that when that company was formed and all of those things, prospectus, everything done, when monies were gotten, Omuye board meeting was SNIT office, and that was the only meeting of that company. And so when I did all of that, before you reach the barrier, our left side, concrete machine builders, they are supposed to be builders.
Now, where you money we are near, baby.
No,
company, what I just need the country basically.
Yes, I know.
As American, I say.
I was compelled to do a full chapter on some of those things, but because it's not part of your the way you structured say over project work, no. And me advice I can't tell me say the job is not for investigative purposes. Go and take that one out and do the awuse over no. Because when you were doing it, we were seeing these things, and my heart was really pumping out. If you watch my clips with you, Eja, somewhere I thought, the things that government has to do. I mentioned say major, government institutions must be restructured. And I mentioned SNIT specifically. I knew what I was mentioning that. So what happened there was that when the money was taken, nothing was done, not even anything done. And it went Obotan Development Partners.
They took the money from SNIT.
What I'm trying to tell you, Nise, the same people under the Obotan are it's the same trick, and more or less the same people coming into National Cathedral, coming into bond, acquisition issuance, and who gets commission, who gets arrangement fee, and all of that. Okay? Way into where we are today. They have not changed. Now I'm saying that, if we have the record of managing our assets like this, then we are in a problem that we ourselves aren't aware.
Are you sure?
I am telling you. Because, senior, as her leadership, I can say, you cannot sacrifice pensioners. It is true, morally, that's it. But Mr. Asema Mekani say, indeed, if we have been part of this, if we have these dissenting voices coming out right from day one, in fact, when you were in a certain position, you could have proposed some kind of constitutional reforms. I so much respect for my mommy. But I'm saying that we have all contributed to the process, except that some people have contributed a bit more. Iti baby aya dro die emra omu say sika no emra omu should I say we are sika no, if I don't know. We are not saying anything about it. Iti say no e kanu aden amrin here. We have gotten to a level that I am telling you today that if we do all the debt, if we don't do the debt exchange, but we do all the things I say, cut down. Let's go, cut it down to 22. I've done a paper, respectfully, His Excellency, on economic transformation policy, 13 points for government. I think we discussed about 2 or 3 on this program. And it is one by one. Follow it. By the time we are done, we'll be getting somewhere. It is out of that a lot of things started happening. But I'm saying, yes, without doing the debt exchange, we can't survive.
Need to survive.
Okay. Really? Because the debt exchange alone, I've said this, it will not be enough. Don't forget, the money that is coming is not coming into the economy like the way they printed the 45, 50 billion Ghana cedis. That money is going to be used to meet our debt obligations that as will be falling due in 2020. You know that we've suspended some. Yeah. This year into 2024 and 2025. Okay? If we are paying those debts from the inflows of IMF, as I say, I bet me I'm managing your expenses. Those are the things that we say government should do. So we could do the debt exchange so that we can get IMF funds to pay our funds as they fall due. But at home, as I say, at least we'll start saving something. But then we are in a situation where it is the case, we don't have a listening government. Yes. Yes, starting here, you can say your ministers are too much. The size of government is too big.
Man, peninsula or no, the end results no, and a justify.
So the end results now is 54% month-on-month inflation. Deficit of 7%. Next year we'll be doing so where are we headed? So, I am saying that we as a country have seen the height of mismanagement ever in the history of this country.
See.
And it's sad.
For the first time, pensioners are on strike.
Right now, a loaf of bread, you can buy it at 40 cedis. That is owed 400,000 cedis. Campus, your student loan was 200 and it started from 150,000 to 200 those days when 90
150,000.
I left
150 CDs those days.
Which year?
I'm talking old CDs.
So you are not part of Bangla.
What I'm saying is Jacob now.
Yes, sir.
But the idea it is also painful. Say we will inconvenience our pensioners in the way that we do it. And this particular component is making government really unpopular. I would suggest, we can always, if you like, envelope the individual pensioners.
Sir, who the same man because my person the edible wrap up on say a foot will be the edible man buying.
Sir, buy any more than Jacob now. Yeah, money a foot was
but so now the Ebakosoma.
There is a lot.
Ebakosoma. Until they keep no mommy. Now, Messa Banama Bisasa, who said then ye between me bois, Namane to me, aye. His Excellency, would say, Yamame, Sophia, Ekufua. That's the more kind of say. Or say, and yes, I'm a dog for that dame. No more. Medofo Medofo dan betamfo and I would say so Medofo peso owia me. Oh, you so strong words. I just say or no ni dibra wo and this asamo no ka no e modu ye pa o mensa na he no so kire say de o ye no wo ye se na be betumi aboma na matumi agina enti I say, Obi a panic, oh, your parchment fire can why? Oh, your parchment fire can why? Do we have to pay him chow? Send me a fire can.
Do you have to pay him chow?
Yes, sir.
For me, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
my experience in this country, I don't even believe that what the finance minister is saying is correct. I don't.
I did, sir.
I don't trust him.
Wow.
I do not trust the finance minister. Until the finance minister, Bobu Akuntai, actually Ghanaians, how he spent the so-called $25 million to clean the banks, I will not believe him.
And how he spent the money
That
Bank
money,
of Ghana gave them.
I will not believe him. Okay? Because you can't tell a country there your banking system is collapsing. Some unclean system now. The whole banking sector will collapse.
Very clean.
Then you use this simple collapse. You know, the threat of the banking sector collapsing. You go about 360 microfinance institutions. You collapse banking institutions like UT, GN Bank, and many other banks you know. Every village biana UT GN Bank. Was it not for capital mobilization? You yourself said they needed $9 billion or so to clean the banking sector. The most sensible thing they should have done was to put the management aside, put government managers to one chance in our capital banking obey. Now, what in Fosibia Yebinian, Yatiwe fee, Sikana, the profit that should have gone to the owners. You could ask them. When you did, didn't it occur to you that you were creating unemployment, Anna? And in this case, it's not blue collar jobs, or white collar jobs, unemployment. It didn't occur to you. It didn't occur to you, sir, you were killing your local market. Because market women, I wonder what's trying to work about them small banks. What is it that Zenith Bank was doing better than UT Bank? The only difference between Zenith Bank and UT Bank, or Eco Bank and UT Bank, was that UT Bank did not have any foreign backers, backbone. So when you created that huge lump there, when you increase one capital, whatever it is, requirement, they couldn't do it. That's all. So afterwards, Yenji Yen trust Yen. Now you have our $25 million in there. You have $25 million there. That also, you issued bonds. You issued bonds.
Says the kind of bank capital and investment, Ebinim Jawom there, woman your mother, now do you issue bonds? I be mature.
Meanwhile, where you issue $25 million to clean it. And therefore, every person the following day should have gotten his money.
Yes.
But you gave them 5-year bond. Now it is 5 years. You said what? You are changing the investment post. We say, "Nya bora na ye be." Then, Oforata, until he tells me, Sampi Yali, that we are burden sharing because profit ya mimi nyaye, sika mimi nyaye from the transaction advisory number here. I am returning that money so that we are all burden sharing. All right?
Which means I'm not.
Now, won't you mean you are now a just profit? Won't you mean, sir? Maybe pension in the Ubet man, sir. What is this question you're asking me? What you are being clear case of conflict of interest. Abambo Bisabia, Unya and for so free. Some of the people that you borrow from, the bonds from Templeton, are your own business partners.
So on this salary. Or sacrificing more money.
I remember how many
Your Excellency, Martin.
Maybe I made a book.
Also on this salary, so sacrifice.
Ejuma, won't you go? No, was if you man. Ejuma won choka. Nese, Masa, Jinanchana, is walking to
He's been patriotic.
A diabetic.
Patriotic.
Here, as a problem, you will. If the MPP as a government or as a political party was a sincere political party, Jindu baby,
I didn't my cancer.
because you appoint a minister of agric, right? And now we declare an intention of pedo or your president. That day, Nala, or the auditing, no, was second. The man had hanged on, spent Ghana's money, gone round, planting for food, the international planting for food, why? All you did was to plant signboards. Signboard. You deceive us by saying that you are doing one district, one factory. When we say where is the data? Factory or a data? Factory or a data? I drive on the way from Cape Coast. Ever could old company you want to know the signboard that cover. Me young could be well mina. Or started or here juice EB. Acha. So you go and give him money and say one district, one factory. Fine, agreed. Was it Ghana government money that was given to him, or you asked him, you aided him to take a loan? We know more than what you think we know. You just ask them for Exim Ghana to give them loans. Only one district, one factory. No wonder.
No, but who initiated it?
Who initiated what?
I mean the loan. Who did it?
But chief.
Hey, my uncle has more okay. So who can
remember? So if you initiated it,
yes.
If you initiated it today, okay, so tell me how much money was given to each of them. Next week when you are coming, bring me the list.
I'll even today I can give
and the amount of money, our money, chief, in them yes, what are those companies? Bring the list.
Is there?
Oh, Kada is there. Mr. Bring it.
I will bring it. Even today I can give it to you.
Yes, sir.
I can give it to you. Don't worry.
Who be Wama planting for a fence, one district, one factory. The only answer they give you is eco juice.
Who said that?
I don't be that.
Me no maybe so that.
Oh no, one pen no. I didn't know one no. A Ghana product. Where you are in Ghana? And you be na one no.
Me abodi ma ba what the Tampico, what the politics, man be ma konom. Eco juice.
No, but eco juice. Who come outside?
So no eco juice there.
Yeah, I'm here Nyeska.
Mo sika mo to be.
What to be your contribution to drinking soft drink like this in the country? So yeah, that's your choice.
Okay, let me make my point.
Your Excellency.
How much are we going to derive from that investment? For what period? After 6 years of planting the one district, one factory, contribution by that sector no will make
to the economy.
We'll be so question. So
if you go to the statistics of economic Minister of Finance, you will sector be any contribution to the GDP, and you see industry declining. You see that says factory, you know, what they tell me start, you know, what they pie chart to be by. Maybe over a factory in BI, maybe over a factory in BI, and they give us the number of workers they can employ. Having done that for 6 years, our unemployment has rather gone high. Right? Having done one district, one factory on all the co-medicine, our debt to GDP is over 100%. At the right time, we will call you to account for everything that you have done to this country. So you give, for example, somebody who's going to build a hotel, tax haven. What are you tax haven? You go, what?
Tax holidays.
Tax holidays. $36 million. Office hotel. Kwabira hotels so sisi mukro mpano and my one, when you put in people on the 36 million of a hotel. Right? I was telling you about the people of Ada. Ada, one another would one oil in short. You take it and give it to one man. So that which should have been coming to the people generally goes to one individual. Right? Not only that, airport, airport. I am calling on civil aviation today to publish the agreement. Quantum, what the airport and what the individual. I'm asking them to do that. In the same manner, I am asking Ken Ofori-Atta to also publish the COVID tax. You know, then how goes in a yellow, it's your own tax. To publish the COVID tax. There, since 2020, you had the COVID tax based in there. How much have we derived from that? ECOWAS president, delegator. ECOWAS assembly delegator. Why are you still today paying ECOWAS levy? Why are you paying AU levy? Are Nigerians paying the same when all of us are AU members or ECOWAS members? In any case, what has the ECOWAS done for us as a country? What has it done?
Excellency.
Excellency.
No, yes, sir.
There's even for make time with mama come and say.
I'm
are we not paying the ECOWAS? Are we not paying ECOWAS levy? Are we not paying COVID levy? So what is false about what I'm saying? Even our national card, Ghana card, the law says Ghana card.
That is ECOWAS.
Ghana card, the law. National Identification Authority, the law. Read it. It's Ghana card. All right? Now they call it ECOWAS tax. ECOWAS card. There is no interpretation in the law saying that Ghana card is coterminous to ECOWAS card.
Okay.
Oh. That's not. I'm a lawyer and I'm telling you this. Oh. You know, so at each level, you have created a lot of mistrust as a government. You have created a lot of mistrust. So I, sitting here, I don't even believe that this country is on the verge of collapse. I don't think so.
What's this kind of?
No, I'm not making the Yatis to come there. I don't make it. I'm not catch our.
And scan the Yatisu.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yatis history repeats itself. History.
Abakosam.
No, I'm from 1969. Akufo-Addo ne papa no president. No Ofori-Atta ne papa no so finance minister.
Johnson Ofori-Atta.
Wo popusa ekaya mo eku.
Enra asema nkofo yi kan na. Mo anke dia beta okay. Oh, uncle.
I lived it.
Oh. What the man Abakosam no kan tie tie
na.
You be beka Abakosam.
Wo ba bosa ma. Atampotu aye friend Akufo-Addo. Na so mo kare yentua. The same thing. Yentua bia na wabi.
Me dey betua.
I want to put in what's the end. I tell what, yes, yen 2 minutes, the news can be very. So, being here is as important as how we get out of here.
Okay.
Now, how do we get out of here? Remember, make him last.
Okay.
Say a cobo busa will be what? No say in 2 minutes. Nekonwa, I want them in terms.
Debbie.
I want them in terms.
Debbie, I'm not about terms.
Akaji obi ni skade de kodio koko na se koko na so a ekwa okay no memo another year is that count na mo misinu e be then but in this case when why my money collapsing they are now telling us terms are or whatever my head that is the issue
some questions bebre wo ho sisi etumi yi ano na Piaga was a good man Jakamna say no to domestic debt exchange.
No,
Mr. President, please. Piaga. I will say Justin Doe. I say all of us must wake up and force this government to stop the wickedness by the finance minister against our elderly ones. If we don't do this as a people, we are sending a signal to the future political if you don't do this as a people, we are sending a signal to political leaders that we are weak as a people, and that come to power and do anything against you. And the citizen's name or the democracy will go away for free. Now it's like, and come on, you're confused as to how you perceive this situation.
Because
a quiet before so if you would be in the area. I'm not for boy free. Me so pa. Wo se ye nkyere okwan before so be film. Omo nkyere. Ebinu makasa. Na omo sama mo kan say. Wo ye ade wo ye beboa. Wo ye ade wo ye beboa. Wo ye ade wo ye beboa. Do twasa nim se na chi achia. Enti de ogina chi no mo say wo ye we anka betumi aboa. O yu mate. Ene ye hwe kwan before so a ye betu ye ma na ye. Me fita hum. Me fita che.
Ya ka don kwa IMF. No so
no kukura che. Ade ye koso a IMF asem kura de me kana me wra ho. Esa se finance minister enche ani na bi na ye ka se kwa IMF. John Kuma ko gina parliament e se suit e kan pay say ye nko ne enko kina ni pe ka se bia no o kan.
E je kom na hwe o montro. Tama ye requested for COVID accounts for parliament. Their unison is the job of the auditor general. Now the auditor general has done his work. And what are they saying?
Okay. I don't cry your topic about discussion in the past. So can you define? Honorably. In yes, serious and yanka. Say baby ye drew no. I say who took another no do amena. What do a cool now? One share ya will be tomb. Until the same man will be able to say ye be tomb. Until we necessary ye. Nipa ya wo se wo musika kokko kan wi ma me ne ka sem bi nyiti a me pese bi bisa sa question ni say oye ne pehunu bia COVID fund no ono na no ye pani an oda no
the local
yes locally ye no wo mu nye sika pa o say what has the money been used for? 2 Mum meka bibia so nkyere yen enfa mum mebu akunta enkyere yen. Does that mean say sika na yen Ghana for nkasankasa so ye yi de bu COVID no sika ni bi akokodi aban ho aban ni mu akota enfa nkyere wo mo as trustees na wo mhwe sika no so enu ti na wo kasa na
ayakoma
mira
ayi Maminu, so you're Ghana in your own.
We're Ghana Nipa.
Okay.
Former Chief Justice.
Obisa question.
Abina Ekufu.
Correct.
But
also Obisa question. Obisa Ndabeg.
Enra Nkwa
no Obisa question.
Yes.
Inti adenti Obisa direct questions say yen ene nyina yaba. Ya ha eti sisi yen ye respond to ono no question na Obisa yen na ana. Mamina bisa question, Obisa direct question. Young father said to the Minister of Finance, and will be some questions say, Sikano dear Namudi ye. And then, yes, sir. Says here to a young train by next week, ever ban. Some questions never back. What must it? Yes, Mamma, you're gone and will be some question. Okay. Oh, Casano say, or no crowd and not what that covered fund in the Dibano on the Dano. Into no dear, I mean, or Quenya say, who says Cano? They do one year. And Obisa says, can we hear? Obisa question, no. And the pay it na ye bobo winano. Yen to me and say, scan ye dear way, dear we. Be assured say by next week, by next week, a better bano. Na some questions now, mammy beside ever out. Ma, ye my real fee say, a more for a castle can no be them semi bimba to semi train. A gentleman said, ye politics near Yenny say. Na say about Koyan party and ye never break. I didn't make us. Yes, was it planting for food? Ye who she the who say somebody she was planting for food. But then who call young crassy baby a yes, a Juman so or more or motihonoa, ye dear Jumano, a tree or mono motihono or monim a Juma a buying wire. It is a who
I want to see
Yes, you can go there.
Handing over notes of the Greek minister.
Uncle, Ukasa no can say me me
ask me something I'm concovering.
Okay.
Fine. You are requesting the Greek minister to come out with that account. Problem be anyhow. But me tell say the thing has been done. Because me makohum yenu miensa and 9 I just say maybe a trouble nanka we anyhow aba. One district, one for Tasman.
What is the food inflation now? What is the food inflation now?
What
is the food inflation now?
Last month,
baby, I will feel no back at the piano. Once the Sunday quite kakra. Opa, Omamia, Menino, Yanko rounds kakra. Accounts need the government edible out. But Yanko rounds, now you mean channel, and no more government in a year. You can't one district, one factory. One district, one factory, somewhere okay. Most mobility. Almost see a crown, or more musty factory in the crown, or my prank for. Lebres no more yet more crown, or more a kahubi, or more yet, Obamiami district, or Ayamasama, or the apartment phone call. Mini crab were 15 companies. Oh, yes, mini crab were 15 companies. Yes, young Conaman
15 companies.
Yes, is there. It's in your beer, or be canody, a canicake. I didn't know because, yeah. We are district executive. We are district executive. Show us the locations. We are district executive. Was it planning approval? Was it also it's one my location. Let's say because why the mark when say Uncle Bob Sabos SM Bank buy say obi a one district one factory Uncle Bob say few hono government initiated my more example Rana Motors say no more graphic road wa anameboa and Rana Motors graphic road wa o ma ba me ho omote asase be almost 15 acres so Lebanese company. Oh, Lebanese company. A Ghanaian company. One district, one factory. No. Yeah. No, say me tell me. Masha say me tell ba. Masha say me tell ba. To the to starting na wala mbongo. Nkana. What starting na I'm what one. Na wongo. Na say your company e wo me ansa na yesi ansa na. E no yesi e wo.
Rana Motors ye hwe so.
Nti me de ni hwe so. Ye cost si ani hwe asase o mo ti so. O mo ba ye o mo nsem o mo ka. Send the government aboa o mo say o mo enya expansion of their company. No assembly plant. Kia na ye hu say ye kra no fi Korea ni sa no man ye de ba nyina no. No ye say aduma no wo Amasaman. Is there, you can see. But one kwanko hu enti na me say ansema ye kan nyina no. Timamufo no mo to aba no. Timamufo no mo to aba ma o mampeni na nado dankwa akufo ado ni na aban. Aban no wo government. Aban no eye party no. And the war aban no. What must say? Aban ne betra so no. Timamufo no na be on be say MPP de kan se munye no mo ye. Enti mehu ba ko mehu mienu. Uko bia class obi a constituency, obi a district. Ni e waye wo no no betime bu hu akunta ma na yi. Adenti na meka sa. Ye ti kromo ha ye all municipal chief executives MMDCs. Obi a ko e ko show na djuma wa ye the approval that we gave. We show it on television. Enti onke wa hu a o de memo list of items, list of things that we have done so far. President this year, MMDC Ukumasen, as I'm saying that one can hear Galamshen, then we can break the 8. Oh, na Galamse, no fishing. I anchor concept. Fishing. As and yet the assembly, I see Galamse, and Yabioma, or more says, or more within 1 week. Galamse, on the BM Amobia too. It's won't Galamse. Yes, the man excavator. I know man can excavator. No, Monsieur One Canisana excavator. Why say no, Mama? I know Mama. And excavator. I'm saying, you know, for so major. I know Mujai. I know Mujaiba. You go so $400 million. Into $400 million. Sika bia ban ayusu no. O wo kunta so bebu hu kunta amagana for hu. But if we are trying to do propaganda say aban yi sika wofanya hwe, aban yi sika wofanya hwe. Abanti ka say free education sky come nyina no useless but
one that useless
no say for so be amaso for so be amaso say
planting for food and job
for so be amaso
planting for food and job
masa obi free education no kan you need to review for so be amaso no me say o the last 1 minute me say for so be amaso no ono say the back of VHS ni bia anka ne ba next time ne ba ba onfa ni amini report emre no ni emfa sika nka ese otua we ntua no emfa me no ohu aban e ka wo bo
those who are calling for the review of the free senior high no we don't manya
no I can review I say e we bia me wa I say we bia I say complain no I say we bia but I didn't review na
ono ne ba no what across the international
me da say
me ma me do mo go
me da across the international
me da say
yes we know of
for no doc humremu na
me ni me wa for
come here die wo hu come here say what tie pensioners na I had me person me bom video no kra na metie it's say omo kasa of kind of pain and like a betrayal say mama bako can say they should treat them with some kind of dignity and respect.
It is the same of Kufu.
No, my baby the kind first time for no say also why you for 33 years and you are just taking just about a day or two
to steal their money.
Say yeah. What did you say there? Mommy, me can we pass it? Dear Cosway, investor confidence. Per se ye man no because nobody na yes say na say yes Lands and Natural Resources Minister has woo some investors in the mining sector to come and mine blah blah. Say obia oye owoni sika wa manone a and that's even Ghana hampo no odwete mu oduru opeso oduru the confidence obi ni economy ni mu no ene dia wan pay nsem ba ko benu yesa Cosway ye bre no you just about 10 minutes into my mom 5 minutes for that Roma.
Okay, let us say I think say na ye Ghana yo but ye be call him offer Trading and Economics Journal source on Ghana's economy or more analysis investor confidence low offer Ghana Statistical Services on more latest report on the economy investor confidence is low. I'm not saying for meeting because Stevie from a politician let me play in that way. I would like to go to sources. Offer okay investors. The telecom sector for 2021 almost tax contribution to the economy tax was 4.2 billion.
Ghana cedis.
Yes. And
that's for 2021.
21. VAT, they contributed 657.4 million on VAT. Levies, 571.4 million. It goes on and on and on and on. Let me the stats now. That is the Ghana telecommunications sector contribution, almost tax contribution.
Alone. And that is telecom.
Yes.
And MTN is bigger than telecom.
MTN is contribution. Yes. As of December 2022, what is our inflation rate? We're around 54. Which investor has confidence to inject money into your economy when your inflation rate is high? We are in a serious situation. Ma menom asem omukan no me de tutu we ho a me yi no ma men kan fan say me yi na fa bi ekronyi de ma mistika na ma ye dwuma ma wa ye sompion kakra bi a wa aka na me za abem inflation akosra if you botwe na etua maka wa chire
electricity bill koso water bill koso
medra motor wa here edru na motor no so sebi traffic inflation bakan
ama e ba na bo no so hiding
is bana made inflation bakan fande bia na mantimen sidan ma na mrutuatua bibi na motor eden bi fi real estate for be ho manambe tua also inflation back and I don't want us to look at it purely from the political parties. The bottom line is that Bibiachia, let's admit the Bibiachia.
Yes, so
admittance in war.
You admit it. Now you're friend who together. Sabuta fracture on mine one and your MPP in Guardia and your NDC Guardia. I can't afford ya.
Yes, but majority of you kept quiet. Your group kept quiet. It is the NDC that has been talking.
Okay.
Mahama has called, NDC has called certain things to be done. MPP is also saying certain things should be done. The intellectual sector is also saying certain things should be done. The business sector is also saying certain things to be done. Somebody must pull all of this together.
And who's that person?
It could be anybody. A friend saying the religious group, Ghana Pentecostal Council, Akasa, Christian Council in Kasai. Omakasa, in some way.
Pentecostal and
Charismatic Council.
One more year back, there were Christian Council, and there were conference of Catholic bishops. Look, the power of these organizations, you have no idea what they can do. You have no idea. The capacities in this country to build this country are big. But we have limited it to only political parties. We have limited it. My main call straight. I've been asking myself a couple of questions. My main say, her ladyship, what have you used the money for? It's a question that must be answered. I say to me, Busa. I say to me, Yano. It has not been answered. Me, I won't sit here to answer. Because I'm not the one managing. But the one managing must be able to answer. And I'll say, have you explored all avenues?
Yes.
Me, I was born in Accra, Tema, raised in Takrady, schooled somewhere in Kumasi. The bottom line is that there were assets, or we still have government assets, that can be pulled together. Apart from cutting down the cost of doing government business, government assets be all. Let's discuss it and see if those assets can be pulled together to help us to work in a particular way. My mini Busa's our question.
Your assets are 80 billion. Your indebtedness is 450 billion.
So put some inside.
The rest are being used for private use.
Uncle, the truth is that the capacity is there. If you demonstrate a willingness to show leadership, people support you.
Follow you. That's it.
And demonstrating leadership does not mean say but at least direction of the man. The capacity is there. Avenues are on your exploring nana. I was schooling in school at Takrady. When I was going to school in Takrady, there was timber, Ghana timber, Timboard, no friend, and what do you call it? Beach Road.
Lamba, the BB Lamba company.
No, Timboard.
Ghana Timber Board.
Marketing board.
Yes, because of some of these structural things, we shifted some of these things. But it was not a bad thing. It was at a time something to cure the economy. Say, you do leveler as a country, we can't continue the way we are going. So when this woman who represents a particular group of people, behind her is a huge following, apart from the judiciary, intellectuals, and those things. We business our question. It might be she's asking the question for all of them. Yeah. We need to find a way to go about it. Dr. J.Y. Amahu is doing some work. I think on the 15th, they will bring the work out on transforming Ghana's economy. It does not take one party. Government alone cannot do it. But it is the posturing and the leadership that is more important. Apart from the person making a mistake, yes, sir. You person you any man?
O say you chidi yanko you chida o.
You be ko enim saying.
E ko ne ye pa.
You be ko ne saying. We want to move on as a country, developed. How do we want to go about it? Lee Kuan Yew has demonstrated that it takes leadership and guts.
That's all.
Lee Kuan Yew,
Singapore. Leadership
it was
and guts.
a poor economy,
Very poor.
Take Dubai. They were fishermen on the
village.
seaside and pure desert. Paul Kagame, they had gone through massacre.
And the cry say, oh, trotro basta, that's being similar. I bet you was Uganda.
Uganda.
Oh, that can a person. How do we want to go?
Yeah, the people Ghana says, yeah, this for because you drink of us.
Politics even a way.
I say, yeah,
now you can say Ghana the cleanest city in Africa. No cry to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
However,
Oh, I shall say.
You were in the media between 2012 and 2015. Anambwa.
Sure.
You heard what they said. And what have you saying?
We said what?
When you brana be you be sorry. Ma 2 minutes be na be say.
I don't know what I say.
One kasai.
Oh no, kasai 5 10 no fast.
Na the episode.
Onu ka say na me ka say.
Go fast.
Say baby you duru ni. On the part of government. And then it's a government here.
Oh, okay.
As we speak, you know, you see your team. You team a team no na ehwe economy ni so. Economic management team. Woman na a manage economy no. Anyame na me manage. Woman na economic management team headed by the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Bepimu ne yente hwe. Ede na wo hwe kwan se wo mo ye asembe ne so mo ka as a team no, e so mo ma mo nkasa na finance minister Nkwan Dele. And what do you see? Then na hwe kwan se enimanimu ya no wo mo yesa se ho ye na doso. The kind of trauma people are going through, no psychological trauma, no. And yes, I could say, hey, Mr. Kaya, me the Kogu, and also be shady and be woo, and then I send come back home the Pebintum. And then I should consider Betty if you are buying, especially economic management team. No, now yet you come to me. We have been using to Mama 2 minutes.
Within 2 minutes, first thing is Omo Modia first attack. On frère Quampianim. On frère Nkofo Amunim dear ewo economy, Nkofo Munim dear ewo Sikasem, Yesika 2 to you. Ono mu nyina entenase yenyi MPP NDC ne tonchen ye fa no tonchen se na menu apani kan ye fra nkofo mo nimdi e wo nema we mu ye wa lectures wo friend say game partner KNUST anyway bring up me ni otweme ni ado bring all of them together mo bia e fa na adwembra na sifi adwena e ba no na hwe papa no na ye carry on ye ko enim 2 yes, Senobia can say review policies, review the policies. 3 SHS, 1 district, 1 factory, new winning. Just review them. Yes, okay, so obey. I dream pa. Basep, ya kwa awina se bibwa. Just so if you well, and that's what since Canada was spending one over 2 scans. So now enter my America say, have you explored other avenues? Avenues say will share. Well, now you to me explore say baby you. The third one. On making sure say Ghana ena ye pese ye pejano enye individual bi ne pese ye pejano ye Ghana ena ye pese ye pejano won say same mu nyina by president vice president FSA Bawumia on kasa bebe wo because on kasa ni say bibi nkoyi it is nkoyi a aje who to free kwara say wo na debia wo dey ba edwuma bia ofro wo gire no mba oba koto akoto tie omo no say bibi no jombeka no ofa adwin bi na bibi from me de ye time continue first thing say o making sure say tekpeti ase kwampi enim ti ase ye friend say president vice president former president Muhammad Asoti ase president Kufuor Asoti o first time say no ye in the beginning na ye nyina ye church adwin na ye ko na say MPP NDC no if you na ye ko ye ni that's what I can say
me that say nene 2 minutes. Would you say then I say about me aye now propose some suggestions be and I'm say hold on answer na edru so a enti within 2 minutes bet me compress na mama a kameda was pass na be ya e betumi e dey ebres prepare
yo Jacob na first thing is recently let's say 2 weeks ago we had a hint government is looking at the G20 common platform. Me dream say we should explore that a bit more. the G20 Common Platform can provide some form of, confidence for the local economy. That is the local bondholders. It will bring some relief, I think. So that is number one. Number two has to do with leadership. I have always said, sir, I think that we have problem with, the person in a driving seat having the full commitment to do that which is required for this country to move forward. And therefore, if anything will be successful, it has to come from the leadership. And, cascading down from there, Yefri Hoba, the economic management team, I've ever said on a platform that the composition of it should be looked at. We'll have to review the composition of the economic management team. Sincerely, I believe that the Director General or Chief Executive of the Ghana Revenue Authority should be an automatic member. The Statistical Service boss should also be an automatic member. Any governor of Bank of Ghana. But as it is now in the interim, I think we need a separate, aggressive economic management team that will not include mostly the people that have created the mess in the first place. We will need a new face to lead the debt exchange program. We will need a new face to lead the debt exchange program. That, in a way, takes some level of anger away from the affected parties and all of us, really. Indeed, these are a few things that we should look at. I believe, sir, the market confidence that we are talking about is something that is going to have, impact us way down into the future. And that is my fear, because Drew Babia, Mrebia, say, issue bonds, we will not get subscribers. Yes. It's a serious matter. Let's look at these things. And then on the individual bondholders, the pensioners and all of that, after all, how much is their coupons? That is interest on month on month and all of that. We can find a way to start paying that for the meantime. I'm saying that the financial services sector systems fund can quickly take charge of the coupons. If we are keeping the principal and we are paying the coupons, pensioners will hold their fire a little bit, and then we kick in the G20 platform negotiation. And we talk to them. The last time, President was asking the German government to talk to China to come to the table. That is a call that should have been done way back when the debt exchange program was conceived, because China is holding or 1.6 billion of our debt, and therefore, if they come forward and say that, so they can have a certain kind of treatment. Say, half, and the remaining half, 50 and after 20 years. All of these are things to be done for us to, free our people. If we fail to do this, we will be seeing things that we wouldn't want to see, because if you are in doubt, Honorable, people are suffering. It's true. People are really, really suffering. If we don't do it, we will see a level of devastation that we would not want to see in this country. And it will create a level of embarrassment for your government that will, if you like, stay with us for too long.
Now can we be Pachomura?
One more corner coming.
I can't won.
There be no way and because
first round and second round. Second round or no. Okay. All the me other room. Your cell is 2 minutes.
Well, the young NGC for on your and then use them there on man no bubble. It's not in our interest at all. Because in the alternative government, they were preaching the alternative is scary, but the president is scariest. So let me give you some example. If John Mahama is not John Mahama, he would have collapsed this economy when he went to the recent interview in London. Chatham House. If it's not John Mahama. Because they put the question directly to him. There. What is he going to do about the debt structure, isn't it? What did he say? As wise as he is, it's also, it is not that I am against the debt restructuring. An opposition leader is not supposed to talk like that. When he came, many of us were chastising him. I said, look, take it easy. It is not in my interest that man and that is why often he holds those press conferences and others. And at the end, I am my going there. What's many alternatives? Move Impic. Is it the hotel Kempinski? He outlined 14 policies.
UPSA.
UPSA. There also he outlined policies. That is why he told Bawumia there, look, anything they're going to do that. And so you cannot be saying the things you are. Let me suggest things for you. As usual, don't kill it. Because today my COVID team now, I totally support what my son has said. Bring people together. And I think that's what you are saying. Acknowledge that you have failed. And in fact, you have forced by several avenues determined that we have been reckless and we have failed. That one is beyond discussion. Now, your concern is how to come out of the failure. Not so. And this country, we don't lack technical sense. Every year IMF negotiation, you have rented 3 international companies to advise you. 3. Yeah, the governors are where are these men? Where are these men? So, yeah, Colonel Boyadin, a son of Boyan Kaukan.
I say it's your woman yancha.
Uncle, you say, maybe you do. Is it 2 minutes? Dear, now, fees.
Into money,
Uncle is now connected back.
Sack your finance minister if you want us to tell you what
we should sack him.
Sack him. Dissolve the economic management team.
Reconstruct it.
And reconstruct it like
reconstitute.
Constitute like Doc said. Hey.
Reduce
the cost of managing this country. Right? The workers on the government proper labor in workers, government workers now. The sidekicks. What does impose in Ghana government workers? For one institution, since you are trade, you have how many deputy ministers?
3.
Hi. 3. Can one? They are almost 5. Trade. Reduce the cost of doing business in this country. We are nowhere near solution of to this problem. Because when the government is telling us we are close, we have achieved success, he knows that we have not. Because a certain crisis is coming up. The government appointed the SEC boss, Security and Exchange boss, the regulator. They appointed the MPRA boss, right? Where I was there before. They appointed him for the pensions. And the bank, the commissioner, insurance commissioner, they were all appointed by the government. You see? So if you negotiate with the regulators now, it doesn't mean you have negotiated with the banking system. Because for a bank to say that, hey, the profit of our customers can be seeded, it might be by an AGM of the bank. That's the banking regulations.
Customers
because the money does not belong to the regulators.
Okay.
So the finance minister saying, we have achieved 55. It is neither here nor there. I'm wondering why this government does not love negotiations and stakeholder engagement. I'm wondering why.
Maybe a bit on best
things that Machom Pocho, a Jacob. A Kawana, or a Ghana Kawana do for Ataka.
A Ghana.
So why doesn't allow Ghanaians to talk about it, to deal with it?
Okay.
And he said, we have decided, we have said that, we have done that. Who are you?
I'm a Oforiatta.
Oforiatta, the investment, 2/3 of them or your offshore.
Offshore. Really? You better come actually. Doc, wait 1 minute to pay.
Jacob, now you are being very unfair to me.
I have more than been fair to you.
Give you enough time.
Your time on 7 ready idea. You might call it 15.
I say Adrian, you dey go for me na Adrian pa. But I started with idea back. I say papa, just am VLA, okay say. I say we should do consultation. I think you said the same thing. I said the same thing. What for baby you do? The first thing I buy here is to be transparent and tell all of us what is inside the thing.
What thing is that?
The thing is that if the people don't agree for their monies to be used for this domestic debt exchange,
then what next?
What will happen to us? Because Wapointe, in some of his speech statements, Waka say if you're not very careful, what will happen afterwards will be bad. Tell us now. Let us know what is inside.
I see the economy will crash.
How? What is inside? What will make it crash?
Be transparent.
How is it crashing?
Your attorney general has warned you. Your attorney general has warned you that what you are doing is illegal.
Yeah.
It is important that you bring the transparency.
Okay.
2, like I said, let's not repeat. I'm saying in Ayaka. I'm putting no cancer. I'm going for sector penny idea. Master, we should go beyond that one. Kufuor is alive.
Yeah.
And he's a member of the MPP. Right? We have people who were members of the Council of State in the previous NDC regime and currently in this government. You want penny for your National House of Chiefs. Let's immediately bring all these people. Let them give us their positions. Then in 10. Broad consultation is key. Consensus building. And not just consult anywhere you. You must build consensus. You support I don't support Achampo's government. But look at his level of consultation on
traffic change,
1974, 4th August. Consistent consultation. Consistent. We need that. We needed it before this domestic debt exchange thing. And we need it now. Fast track it. Let's do that kind of thing. You have a short term to really hit the mark. Yeah. So let's do that broad consultation quickly. Open mind. Support and media. The media. Let us shift from pedestrian conversations to content. Content. You can't economic management here. Let's have people who can do content. We are talking of financing. Let's get people who do content. Because it looks as if we are pedestrianizing too much.
But I want to say, pedestrianizing too much.
Why have they not published the IMF staff level agreement? Why have they not published it?
It's online.
And did they say that we should do this within 3 months?
IMF, if you read it, IMF is asking us to do it quick.
Yes, what the investors be Babi sit down. Let me sit down.
But I was saying,
yes, what the Nkrofo be sit down.
But the Nkrofo be sit down.
I saw when investors be back a constituency.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, me constituency as well. I was the vice president Elanchi rent assistant scheme. Yeah. And now at that point, you know, me say media no be questions. And now me can say, you say vice president the dream be abase. You see custom say near to form no and share them why you know. Or call oil for good. You say or call oil for good. And now me can say it will be the best for the nation. Say some may investors any AG a good who you two galam say need no more cost one and the best way I bet my yamana boy business say
investors we go to 1879
we go in for 79 goat for house. So because they goat for house they be person goat for house.
We see they are actually good
for yes goat for house. Sir investor bi beba no beka say be ohia bank guarantee ohia collateral ohia we no we nya no yenso ye wo good ye betimi am investors na ba
amasama
na ya ma omo yi omo guarantee no omo hia no ebe ye concession ebia omo ombe mine gold ombe nye scarce mu omo di be si
efe no bodutu ye mbra system
ama ye mine no eti eba ni sa no we will get more houses. So housing deficit here was here.
So mine company no MSC dama yen.
Yes, I part of it.
Okay.
Now you ensure the gold I exchange of the house.
Okay.
It is
and
document in
Clement Wilkinson Ga West Abankrach Medase. And afi Dr. Bernard Abeku Arthur ono a fellow of Ghana Institute of Planners and also an urban development expert. I no remember because Tia Kurebi village be mama na be plan ho. They on say be send pa. And afi Dr. Adams Asafutei economic lecture UPSC wono so na wo ha na medase. Na Matthias Bonzo Ewure Kubuatin or a governance and international relation analyst or also not Timin Champe and afi His Excellency Sampiale in Kanagana Bana Musinia na wo India memu one also ebeka yen sam da munyina asem nya breba ye also president of
NDC Professionals Forum.
Oh, NDC Professionals Forum one also say dwam training wo post me da se pa won so ahwe me so me da se na mmom no asaba kwa meka na ye de asore so ene say baby o man na duro no ye dum pempenso bi a esese ye ma no korɛ eda adi sese betafra che bo akwade aduane bi na so ye mutu na o sika mu na so pese o ja onan na so wan kan cha dava ne sa dava pese gye na menya me nan na so ye ho so betumi aka wo to anwoma kopem bi abedu a bode beba ho so no na wasɛ ho nyina eti bra so se ye ka no korɛ kyerɛ ye ho ne ho se ba bi ye duro nie emwa bi wo hɔ a ye de beboa yakra mo